I don't want it to be dark. I want it to be a background.
Yeah.
So now I can decide. This is another thing. These don't dry so quickly because they're water-based. You'll find they don't dry so quickly. So I'm going to take one of our card blanks. I could decide to either do a card blank, or I could chop the card blank up and use this as a front and then layer it up. It's entirely up to you. It's your choice. But either way, I'm going to start with a card blank. It's the same card as the stencil card. See, so now, do I want this bit? Do I want that bit? Do I want it that way? This is the front, right? Mm-hmm. So where's the fold? Is the fold on the side? Is the fold at the top? I'm going to keep it simple. There's my picture. Let's see if this works. So if I pop that in there, I know that I'm going to get a little white gusset down there, a little white border, right? And again, just rub the back gently. I'm trying to demystify these huge stamps because I know stampers, they will think, God, blimey, look at the size of them, you know. But actually, they're gorgeous. See, so I'm just pressing through here. Let's see if this works. And if it doesn't, do you know what? Then I know I've got to add a little bit more. That's all it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So just press like so, lift that off. Perfect. Look. Perfect. Ooh. As a background.
That's stunning. It's like a shadow.
Is it beautiful, isn't it? Aged stucco. Absolutely. Look, and ready to go. Now, I could take that, and now, if I wanted to, just by way of example, let me show you. I layered this one up. This, again, is aged stucco. Look. And then I just took the smaller one and stamped it straight on top. But that's exactly the same thing. Look. It's no difference.
Beautiful.
Right, so that's how I did the background. And then you just take the smaller one, and you can stamp it straight on top. Now, if I want to change the colour, look at this one here. Look, that's lovely as well. So this one was a blend, and that's where that's where this comes in. Is I can blend. That's why it's called a blending mat. I can take the blushing rose, which is a little bit light, and then I can add a bit of cinnamon tea. And again, it's just a question of using the mat to blend the colours and use the brayer to mix them up. It's like mixing paint, except you're doing it with inks. But that's as simple as it gets. And then as far as now this one, for example, let's just see. I'm just going to fold that. Let's stick with the one colour, because all this is the same in a different colour. You see?
Yes.
Let's look at this now over here, and you'll see it's just exactly the same as what I've done, except I've used a warmer colour. But the black on it pops really, really nicely. Very, very simple. Now, I've got choices, Fiona. I can either stamp this onto a little piece of card, like we did here, you know, when we just stamped it onto a separate piece.
Yeah.
Or with black, I think you can, it's dramatic enough and this is light enough, you just go straight over the top. And that's where this layering comes into play. So, for example, on this one now, I've got choices. I can either use the large one or the small one. I think they're both beautiful. I've mounted these both like so. I've mounted them both like this. Let's have a look. I'm going to go right in the middle with the smallest one, because I think that just looks so classy, right? And when we designed this, it's got edges so that it can create its own border, if you like, right? So we're just going to use, this is a fast drying ink pad now. I'm using archival.
Okay.
If you find that archival is drying too quickly for you, there's another one on the market which is similar but slower drying called VersaFine.
Oh yeah.
And that does the same job. It's also a permanent ink pad, but it doesn't dry as quickly. So that's one to look out for. See, and then you're just going to position, hover, press in the center like that. Bit of pressure, let the black ink soak, because you want it to be nice and black. Having said that, if you miss a bit, let's say you miss a bit, you can use the old stamp platforms with this as well. Nah, beautiful. Look.
Lovely.
Just nice, you see. But if you miss a bit or you're not happy, who knows? It's such a grungy stamp, nobody's ever going to know that you missed a bit. There you go. Doesn't that look sharp?
Gorgeous. I love the way it's kind of, like you said, got its own frame there.
That's it. And then we can just take, I found these, I don't know if they're on the show. I think Paul was going to add them for me. There are these really nice stamps that we've got. let me just show you here. Go to this camera. They're kind of a art deco. Got a lovely look. They just work, yeah. I find, which is interesting with something so grungy that something like that would work so nicely with it.
Love that.
It looks good, doesn't it? Rather than stickers all the time, you know, we're not a sticker company. The stickers, I think what happens with the stickers though, Fiona, the way I see it is that they tend to, they give this quite abstract art a narrative.
Yes,
you know,
a direction.
I think that's why we need words. Otherwise, you know, what's it all about, Alfie? You know, and so. And I think when we send cards or messages or art, we're trying to say something, aren't we, usually?
Yes.
And I think that's where the stickers are real fun for that. And during lockdown, we've been using these really in the Shack. We've been using these as almost as affirmations, you know, when people are becoming a little anxious or a little, things are getting a bit rudderless. But you can see here, there are some really cool ones. We are here for you. Things will come right. Together we can handle anything. I don't know if you can see these, but they're they're just uplifting. And you can use stamps or the stickers. And because they're in that kind of Times font, it's very trendy. Yeah. You get 2 black and 2 white. Leonie's got a fantastic set. But you'll be, there are 2 different sheets of designs and 2 different colours.
They're lovely when you can't think of the words, aren't they, as well? You can't think of the right thing to say. It's there.
Well, what I find is with these, Fiona, you always go, yeah, that's the one for that person. Yeah. Perfect. You just find it and you go, yeah, that person will resonate with her. Yeah. You know. So they're worth looking at. So that really, I just wanted to really show you in the simplest way how to use these big stamps. I hope that helped.
Definitely. I'll have a quick recap if that's all right, Barbara.
Artwork, yeah, and I'll get rid of this and set the table for the next demo, shall I?
Please do, yes, indeed. Let's have a recap on these brand new stamps. So we've got all 4 of these fantastic wildflower stamps, the A5, the A6, and the 2 smaller ones there, £19.99. That is half price, and these are brand new today. And I love the ideas Barbara's expressing to us, you know, in the black and the white. You've got loads of detail there, so if you want it to be sharp, if you want it to be bold. But then with something like your Distress Oxides or those artistry inks, you know, you can really pull it back and have a stunning background there as well. Now, nearly 30% has gone. I want to show you this one here. It's using the birds that we've got on the show today as well, but it's also using one of the stencils, and this is again making it blend into the background. It's so subtle, just using I don't know if you can see that there. There we go. It's right in the middle. That's one of the large stamps here. We've got this stencil stamp as well, and then obviously there the lovely flowers that Barbara's drawn, and then our birds. But isn't that gorgeous? But then with your embossing there, or you know, your archival ink, really bold to overlay with it. Yeah, you've got the lovely embossing there. So this one is Debbie's. Oh, both of these are Debs. Both of these are Debs's. I'm going to show you this one as well. How beautiful. This is Sarah's. And again, that's with love on your birthday. Now let's change it up. Sheila, thinking of you. Isn't that? And again, you know, using those stamps there that Barbara, you know, there's other stamps, those little wildflower stamps there as well, that we've got on the show today. And I'm going to shake it up again now with D's. Look at that. I know. Mixed impressions, ink pads, Distress Oxide, the barbs, wood sticks. That beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. So many, and then again, just mix it up again. Very subtle there. Carols, make art, not war. Isn't that beautiful? Again, using the 3 different sizes there. Isn't that beautiful? So many gorgeous samples here by the design team. Just stunning. This is brilliant. Oh, sorry, I've got to sneak this one in for Jane. Poppycock and fiddlesticks. That's why you need the stickers. Barbara said, you know, that you've got the right sticker for the right person there. You know, you know, if you've got that through the post, especially with all the news we get at the moment, that would really put a smile on my face. And I'd be, well, you've heard me laugh out loud there, as one of Leonie's words there. Brilliant. A third of the stock now gone, $19.99, brand new today, 785274. Please shop ahead on the web because we've got lots of other extras. Again, we've got those beautiful wood grain stamps. We've got the lovely flowers there that Barbara has done that we've not seen for 4 years. The meadow grasses, just stunning, because they're so beautiful and are used in, you know, with all of these examples there. They're just stunning. I'm going to show you those, actually, if that's all right, just before we go back to Barbara. And again, some more ideas from the team. This is Dee's, and this is the Meadow Grasses stamp set. But again, you know, we always think poppies, we always think blue, and I know, obviously, we're coming into that time of year, but again, it could be, you could Christmasify it, it could be very ethereal, fairy. I mean, how beautiful is that? The poppies, that's Deb's. And again, this is using our lovely meadow grasses here. That's the poppies. Isn't that beautiful? Just stunning examples here from the team. Another one by Debs. I'll pick up another one here. Oh no, all Debs. I'm picking up all Debs's here, but there's plenty more. But here we go. Jane. We saw that one by Jane. Isn't that gorgeous? So these are the lovely meadow grasses and the poppy set, and these have been designed by Barbara. We've not seen them for 4 years, but I love them as well. Don't they work beautifully with the other stamp sets that we've got on the show today, the mixed media ones? Yes, just beautiful. They look like such elegant doodles, because Barbara's a master, obviously, you know, in terms of drawing. Nearly 20% of those are gone. I'm so glad she's brought them back with us today, because you do forget. I mean, they're just gorgeous. So many gorgeous cards here. I can't believe it. Well, I can't believe it. Elaine. Oh, my word. Just look at this always. Janet and Elaine's. How stunning. Beautiful. £22.48 if you're a Freedom Club member. 647419. £5 saving if you're not a Freedom Club member. That's a bit of a why not deal, why not join? We're with Barbara on Skype today. She'll be with us again at 1 o'clock. I'll just quickly mention the birds, because this is your stamps and your mask set, $14.99. So you've got the bird on the row, 7 stamps, and you've also got the 2 masks. Now, nearly 20% has gone. And this will be, Barbara's going to concentrate on this in the 1 o'clock hour. But I love the idea as well of then using the outside of your mask as well to mask off, obviously, any of your stamps as well. Again, let me just show you some of the team. And this is Lynn's. I mean, look at that spring and beauty. This is just, and again, this is using one of the stencils. We've got 6 stencils on the show, and this is using the circle one. Isn't that beautiful? Laugh out loud, pun, love. Just gorgeous. $14.99 for the mask set, the bird row and the stamps there. 152334. Barbara, let's go straight back to you.
Okay, thank you. Right, can you see me okay?
We can, my darling.
So I thought I would go to, I'm getting a bit of reverb. Sorry, I can hear myself, I'm afraid.
Right, we'll try and sort that out. We can hear you perfectly nicely and clear.
Okay, I've got voices in my head now. Okay, so let's just take a look at this. And you'll see, this is a canvas. It's very, very difficult to hear myself.
We're just trying to
talk.
Sorry, Barbara. We're just trying to sort it out for you. I know that must be incredibly when you've got that secondary voice in your ear. We are just trying to sort it out our end.
Okay, thank you. That's it. It's gone. No, it's still there. Oh, no, it's gone now. Thank you. Yes. So you can see here, this is a canvas. Now, this is a 6x6 canvas. And what I've done is I've mounted it on an 8x8. So you can see these are canvas boards. Right, and this one sits on that one, and then just from a physical point of view, we'll use double-sided adhesive sheets to secure this one to that one, and then that becomes its frame. But it's a beautiful gift. You know what we were talking about, and you can see here that I've stamped that lovely poppy into place, and there's a little bit of texture on there that I've used grunge paste or texture paste through a stencil. I've smeared a little bit. This background is just a piece of scrap that I wrapped around the canvas board, and the reason that I suggest that we do that is because when you stamp onto actual canvas, the texture, you don't always get a very good impression, especially with these delicate stamps. So the trick is to stamp on paper and then wrap the paper around the canvas. Because it's paper, you still get the texture from the canvas board peeping through. So to the naked eye, people would never realize that that isn't stamped directly onto the canvas, because you can actually see the texture of the canvas through it. So I wanted to just give you a couple of tricks and tips how this works. Now, I know, so we've decided how we've deconstructed this. We know how that works, right? Nice, because it's all nice and clean.
Yeah.
That's the first thing. Now, the second thing is the texture on it. Now, this is going to be, people are going to enjoy this, because these stencils are what I use to put texture through. So you can see they're on the counter and they're just lovely patterns. So you've got like chicken wire, you've got a grid, the hearts is pretty cool. You've got that one's really good. You just use bits of it, like this. This is a great one. This is a great one. This is what I've used here. And you just use bits, you see. You just put it down, and then you just wipe through. And that's what we're going to do today. Again, just wiped it through, got a bit of a remnant, and then do that after it's all in place. So these stencils are well worth treating yourself to. Obviously they work with ink. You push ink through them. You could brush ink through them, just as we always have. But what I want to show you is how to put the texture paste through them over the top. Right, so that's that. We're going to come back to those. And now the other thing is, right, backgrounds, because it's all about the background. So let me show you, for example, let me show you one that I've already started. This is where we're going to go today. And you can see we've got a lovely background.
Love that.
This is half done. Yeah, check it out. Right, so this is half done. I've deliberately, you can see now what I've done. So this is the first time we've done this. This is our designer paper. I thought, because we always use paper scraps, you know, where you roll your brayer off and stuff like that. I thought, I wonder if we could actually use my designer paper. And yes, you can. And I want to show you how to do that. Then the other thing is, of course, look how different. Look, this is another one that I've done. So when you realise that you can wrap designer paper. But let me show you, if I get up close, I don't know if you can see the texture of there is actually the canvas board peeping through.
I would never have thought to do that, Barbara.
You'd never have thought it, would you?
No.
But I tell you what, when you stamp on it, Fiona, it makes stamping a piece of cake on canvas board. Yeah. So I want to show you how it sticks, and it's so easy once you realise how. And then, just in case we don't get to it, I want to show you something else, because obviously once you've done that, then you're going to stamp on it, and you think, well, you want to make sure that you get it in the right place. So what I did was, I took those stamps, we've got that one, these are on the show as well, beautiful big bold messages, and I stamped them onto tracing paper. And then what I do is, these are my templates, and then I think, right, so what do I want to use? I want to use that one maybe. Where am I going to put it? Do I want to put that one there? Do I want to, do you see what I mean?
Yeah,
do I want to put that one up there? Do I want to swap that one around? So this is for composition now, you see? So you decide, before you begin, you play, and you do your layout. And you've got a little bag, you keep these.
That's a top tip.
And then it's so handy. It's so handy to do, whether you're making cards or canvases. This is so useful. Just stamp out your lovely little stamps on pieces like that. And because it's tracing paper, you see exactly what it's going to look like. That always works for me. Yeah. So that's that. Now, what I want to show you, though, is how to wrap, because I think it's how to wrap. I'm going to break into song now. Right. Let's take a piece of designer paper, right? This is lovely. It's almost a bit of a waste, but in the name of art, I'm going for it. You see? So do I want to use, what do we want to do? Do we want to do a landscape? What are we doing with it? What are we doing with it? Are we doing a landscape? Are we going to use that side? See, the back of the designer paper is as beautiful as the front. It just decides it. I'm going to go with this side.
Yeah.
This is going to be the front.
Yeah.
Okay, so I can see now. Normally I'd hold it to a light source so I can see which part I want to use. Do you see?
Yeah.
So I reckon, and then I can decide what's the top and bottom. So once I've decided that, I'll turn it over, and then I will get a pen. Bear with me.
That's
I
okay.
need a pen. I do have one here. Pencil will do. And I'm going to make a registration. Look, I'm just going to make a mark like that. Maybe I need something a bit darker than that so I can see it. All the best intentions in the world. There you go. This will do. That'll do. Right. Come on, Gray. Right, so that's going to be, now I've got it. Right, so I just want to know in a minute where to lay it back down again, you see?
Yes, yes.
So I'm giving myself registration marks in the 4 corners. Right, that's easy now. And then I'll take a pair of scissors, and I'm just going to, because we're going to wrap in a minute, we're going to wrap it around. So I'm going to cut the corners so there's not all bundled up on the corners, right? Just a bit shy of the actual, like that.
Yeah.
Right, and then if you, my O-level needlework teacher always said it should be as neat on the back as it is on the front. That'll do. Right, so we've cut it to size, and then that's going to sit on there, and that's going to come round like so. And then it will look as if there's a really great stamping place then, right? So we'll do this, and then we're going to use, what are we going to use? I'm going to go with Decoupage Kleber und Lack. Right, we need a glue of some description.
Yeah.
I like this one from Viva Decor. So I'm just going to take that lid off. And what I want to do this time, I'm going to do it, I'm going to case of copy paper under here so I don't make a mess of my black mat. Right, that'll do. Okay. Oh, and I'm going to put a bit under here as well. That'll do. Right, this is the first thing. We're going to take a generous, let me put that there so you can see. And we're going to put it on the actual
Straight onto the canvas.
Canvas board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Board, yeah.
So we'll give it a good, not too much, but just a nice layer. I think it's worth seeing this so that you know how quickly it works and how well it works, because once you've got your base, stamping is quite straightforward.
Yeah.
Once you've got this on the canvas board. Right, so we're going to do this. Decoupage Kleber und Lack. It's a really good sealant as well. So it's not just a Kleber means, right, and now we're going to put some on here as well. Kleber means adhesive in German,
okay.
and Lack means lacquer. So it's a sealant as well. It's like Mod Podge.
Oh.
For the artists out there, Mod Podge. It also you put it over the top of your finished work as well. You see?
So we've got about 8 minutes, just so you know, our end, Barbara.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you. So we've done that. We've got that. This time we're putting it on both sides. Normally, we'd only put it on here and not on here if we were using a paper scrap. Now I'm going to take this and lift it up. Can you see this okay? And then I'm going to there you go. And I'm just going to set that on there like so. I'm just for the sake of, I know I need to bring it over this way a little bit, don't I?
That's, yeah, actually a little bit to your left would be grand there, Barbara.
Can you see that okay?
If you could just a little bit to your left. Perfect, thank you, Barbara.
Right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure, see it hasn't got any bubbles. That's the thing about the designer paper. It can take the glue, it can take the wet. If you've got any bubbles, now, just from the front, just gently, you don't need to do loads. We can finish that in a minute. It's not going to set with bubbles.
Yeah.
Right, and then what we're going to do is 2 sides at a time, just to show you. And this is how we complete our canvas. See, and then I'm going to take this and wrap that round on that side, okay? And then while I've got it wrapped on that side, then I'm going to, in the corner, let's see if I can come in here. Right, and in the corner now, I'm just going to tuck it in like you were making a bed. There you go. And you just fold it in and it sticks instantly, look. See? So then you've done 2 sides. Then you make sure you don't stick it back down. You don't set it back down in the bit that you've already done. Right, so I move it down a little bit like so. Yeah, not in there.
Yeah.
And then I'll go again.
Yeah.
And I'll just, it doesn't matter so much if you do get sticky on it.
Yeah.
The only thing is when you're stamping, it's not ideal. Right, you see, so then you're going to just pop this on like so, like that. And then your paintbrush, when you're finished with it, you're just going to pop that in water. It's water soluble, so it will come off really easily. Right, and then you just come round like that, and then we're just going to do the last two little, take your time on this. I've always got so much I want to show, and then the time flies away with me.
I know.
But so I have to prioritise, and I do think, you know, I can blog the stamping, the finished stamping stuff, but I think it's worth seeing. Look, and that is a perfect starting place now for my stamping.
Yeah.
I'll just put my brush in there, you see, and that's just bang on now for my stamping. And I can take normally I would take a spoon, the flat of a spoon.
Oh yeah.
Just to get that really good
nice
crisp edge on the side. Yeah. And then when that gets mounted, then you see how you just flatten it.
Yeah.
It creates the illusion, right? And then when you burnish, normally I've got a spoon with me, and you burnish it with a spoon, and that brings through the texture of
the actual board. We've got about probably just under 4 minutes, Barbara, just so you know.
Sorry, how many minutes?
4.5.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Right, well then let's just take let's just do this next thing then, so that you see how to add the paste through the stencil. It's very, very simple. Let's just add a little bit of paste here, for example. I just want to add a little bit, not much. So it's going to be, and I'm not going to use the papier paste relief. This is great stuff. So you've got choices. You can either use this one, or there's a real thick one called structure paste, which is a lot thicker. Really, it's really thick. It's up to you. Let me just show you very, very simply how this works. I would probably already have stamped by the time I do this, but for the sake of speed, I'm just going to show you now. I'm glad I showed you. So I don't need much. I can always add more, right? And then I'm just going to grab some in the corner and then just whip it through like that. And if it doesn't, see, when I lift that off, that's how you get that look, you see?
Yes.
So easy. It's that easy. And then if you want more of this, then lay it down again, maybe in this area here. If you just want a bit more in that corner, look, you don't have to, it doesn't have to be everywhere, just random like that. And then your stencil goes in water straight away when you're done with it. And if you've got some left on here, you see, you could even just, you know, like when you've got too much butter on your knife, just spread it like that. Because in a minute, when we go over it with a coloured ink and a brush, you see, once it's dry, let me show you this. If I take this one that's already dry and I go over it with the brush, do you see how it picks up? Look,
ooh, yeah.
See how it picks up texture?
Yeah.
Once it's dry.
Does it take a long time to dry?
So you can completely change. An hour.
Oh, okay.
Not long.
Quick.
But even the scrap bit, see that bit there?
Yeah.
Right. As soon as I add a bit, look at the texture. Can I show you something? Look at that. So cool. Just random. Look.
Love that.
That was a little bit. I put a bit of. Yeah, it's so easy to do. Look. Do you get it?
Yeah, we can see that.
And then let me show you. I want to finish on a really good note.
So we've got 2 minutes.
Relief papier paste. Good. I want to show you something. This is a piece of artwork from my wall that I did. And I want to show you with the relief papier paste, right? So this is just an old jelly plate print. And you can see now, when this is using texture paste. And when the texture paste starts to dry, right, this is just a stencil that's got washing on it. When the texture starts to dry, it's like custard. It gets a film on it, and you can manipulate it. This is on card. This is just on card. So when it got to this stage, what I did was I started bending it and twisting it. And so the shirts and you'll see, I I went right in and twisted it so that the shirt's got pleats. And if you look at the fence post, you'll see. You see?
Lovely texture.
And so what I'm saying is, yeah, you can get fantastic texture with the texture paste, and you can run it through stencils. That was as smooth as that until it got a film on it, and then I started manipulating it. And then I even took, you know, like an embossing tool and just pushed it in around and made little sock marks and what have you. Got the,
little
I'm
creases,
just trying to explain.
We've run out of time, Barbara. We've run out of time. Can you believe it? I'm so sorry to interrupt you in your flow. I'm so sorry. We're down to the last 10 seconds.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you at 1.
You will. We'll see Barbara. Thank you so much for all your fantastic demonstrations. We'll see Barbara back at 1 o'clock. So sorry to have to cut her in the middle of what she was saying there. But good news is we've got another hour with Barbara at 1. So do shop ahead. Don't forget to check out your baskets for the brand new stamps today. 50% off there at $19.99, and all those texture pastes are on the show as well on the web. Oh, do you know what? An hour isn't enough. But next we've got Infusible Ink with Cricut and Emma and Yanis. And then we'll be with Joe. We've got Rich. And then we'll be back with a one-day special and Kay Facet.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Claritystamp Limited. We're well known in the industry for designing and manufacturing top quality, award-winning craft products. As with all craft projects, you need a good starting place, a great stamp, a top quality stencil, and in recent times we've developed the groovy parchment art system so that your line art is perfect on parchment. Another exciting development to come from the marriage between parchment and our stamp company is the fabulous designer papers and now the designer parchment. There is nothing like it. Each groovy plate is precision etched, and by simply getting in the groove with a stylus, you can easily transfer great designs onto parchment. Groovy is a modular system. The plates complement each other and work beautifully together. They are packed with elements and allow you to build your own original artwork. Whether you're a novice or a traditional parcher, you will love these plates. And for me personally, having beautiful line art is what motivated me to want to learn traditional parchment skills. So why not get in the groove with us here on Hochanda?
Flexi order has arrived at Hochanda. What is Flexi order? When you place an item on FlexiBuy in your basket, you qualify for Flexi order, which means any other items you add to your basket will also be included in your FlexiBuy payments, so you can spread the cost over multiple monthly payments. After your first payment is made, your entire order will be dispatched. When you add at least £60 worth of any items to your shopping baskets, either online or on the phone, you'll qualify for our Flexi Order offer. This means you can spread the cost of your order over equal monthly FlexiBuy payments, offering you the extra flexibility when you shop with us. Flexi Order, making your shopping experience with Hochanda easier.
Hi, I'm Andy from Picture This. I've been a painter all my life. Picture This was actually formed on the back of a throwaway remark from one of my art students. This has developed my drawings into a series of photopolymer stamps, clear stamps for the crafting community and the crafting industry. The stamps are all hand-drawn by me, they're made in the UK, most important to us at Picture This, and we have so much more to bring. Our shows on Hochanda, we hope to make them informative, amusing obviously, entertaining, but mainly it's about bringing the creative spirit to you. Make sure you tune in and watch the Picture This shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Julie,
And I'm Paula.
and together we are Julie Hickey Designs. We formed our partnership after many years of friendship, after both of us being in the craft industry for well over 20 years.
We have a great partnership. I do all the day-to-day business side and Julie does all the designing.
Our range of stamps and dies are made to the highest quality. Our stamps are the deepest etch that are available, and they are made in the UK, and they give you beautiful, clean, crisp impressions every time, and our dies cut like a dream. The thing I love to do most is to share my ideas, hints and tips with you, the Hochanda viewers, so I can inspire you to pick up a stamp and get creating. So be sure to tune in for the Julie Hickey Design shows
On Hochanda.
Well, hello everybody and a warm welcome. So we've got a great hour ahead with Cricut and some real goodies for you. We've actually got it's a little bit of a different focus this hour now. We still have the fantastic Cricut Maker. We've also got the Easy Press too. But what we're going to do sometimes, or traditionally when we have a Cricut show, we have a show offer with a big bundle. We're not doing that today because what we are going to do, you can still get the machine, and importantly here at Hochanda you've got those 3 flexi payments, but we want to focus on elements you use with your machine, and we've got some real goodies. We're going to be introducing you, if you're not already aware of them, the Infusible Inks, different ways to play. Before I do that, allow me to introduce you to the lovely Emma. Hello, Emma.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. Emma, your hair always looks so funky.
Oh, thank you.
I love it. They look really good.
Thank you.
And I love the tops as well. Now, every time Emma comes in, she's got her own unique wardrobe that she wears, that she sports and she's made. And that is why we love our Cricut, because it does everything.
Yes, exactly. It allows me to make my own clothes even, yeah.
Well,
I have a Hochanda wardrobe, just t-shirts that I wear.
But I love that customization, and we talk about the Cricut machine, and I think why so many people love the Cricut machine. It is the quality that you'll get. I'm going to show you something. I always like to do this. Let me just put these to one side for a second. But it's the build quality. Now, just wait for this. So I open that up. The smoothness as it glides down. Now, you are going to be getting the fine point blade and also your rotary blade as well. So that's your rotary blade, which allows you to cut fabric. You're getting the mats as well in that bundle. So there's your rotary blade, you're getting the fine blade, and you're getting your pen in the mix too. And the fine blade is already in the machine, that's why I haven't got it on display. And you're also getting your mats. So pink is for your rotary and your fabric, blue is for your paper and your vinyl. Got to say, as a machine, it is incredible. It's the customization that you are getting here. And look, if I was a consumer, and I have been out, and I see the Cricut machine, I was actually in a department store and I was really shocked. I walked past and saw the Cricut machine. I was telling my wife, look, we've got this at work. I know how good it is. And odds are, if you're watching this show, and if it is, have you got it, Charlotte? Oh, this is a real tell, actually. If you know, we offer something, and a few of the team, and genuinely a few of our team have got the Cricut. I say a few, a lot of the team have got the Cricut Maker. That speaks volumes. But if you're watching right now, odds are, you've either got a Cricut machine or you're hankering after it. Maybe it's one of those aspirational items, because I get it's a considered purchase. Or maybe you're waiting for the right opportunity. What I would say, and one of the best parts of shopping at Hochanda, are the 3 flexi payments. And it makes a difference, because if you go to a department store or buy it on the high street, odds are you're having to pay for it all up front. Here at Hochanda, $126.66 today. It all gets sent to you. You can start playing, and we've got some goodies to play with. Now, I've got to tell you, the dispatch is going to be on the 12th. That's for anything on the show that we're featuring. The dispatch will be on the 12th. It is an amazing machine. It's that customization, whether it is clothing, crafting, soft craft, paper craft, home decor. It goes on and on and on and on. The library for this machine, I know I could talk about it for hours. I know Emma could talk about it all days. Right, we're quite early into the show. If you're thinking about getting the Cricut machine, go on to just download Design Space. It's free to download. You do not need to own a machine to download Design Space and have a look at all the designs that you can play with. I would thoroughly advise doing that. So Design Space is the software that you're going to be using, free software, and then you can download obviously elements from that. Right, so there we go. That's your Cricut machine at 091641, your item number. We are busy for this already, so I think a few of you have been anticipating and waiting for it. Something else that goes so well hand in hand with your Cricut machine is the Easy Press. So this is your Easy Press 2. There are certain features with the Easy Press that set it apart, and I know it's something that obviously Emma has, and you really endorse this because it gives you that professional finish, Emma.
Yes, completely. Especially with what we're going to be using today, the Infusible Ink, we can't do that without an Easy Press.
Okay.
But it gives you that professional finish, you've got that edge-to-edge heat, so you're not worrying that some parts of your project aren't being pressed.
Yeah. Well, it's getting to the right temperature, and I know with irons, obviously, we can set the dial, but do you know that you are going to get that consistent heat from edge to edge on the plate? You do with the Easy Press. It's designed for working with the goodies we have on the show. And also, you've got a digital display as well. So it tells you when you're up to the correct temperature, because depending on what we're working with, Emma, we will adjust that temperature.
Yeah, completely.
And it's intuitive. So once it's reached the right temperature, you put it down, and then it will count down as well how long you need to leave it on for. It's so many people, I hear this, they maybe start off, and I get this, not everyone's going to just say, okay, I'm going to go for the Easy Press 2, I'm going to get the Cricut. So let's just say you've bought the Cricut a little while ago. This is something you've been aspiring to. I'm talking about this because my producer Charlotte in my ear was like, this is me. If that is you, you've got the 3 flexi payments, $79.99 today. Now, you're also getting the mat as well, which protects your surface. You've also got the stand in the mix too. It is a really good machine. 320889, your item number. So, as I was mentioning, this show, it's a different show. So, normally our focus would be on big bundles. We're not doing that. We are still offering the machines. But we want to get you excited about how to get the most out of your machines, because we know Hochanda, obviously we've got a lot of fans of Cricut out there, and we have got some goodies for you. I'm seeing before me, oh, look at all of this. Now I've got to tell you, I'm kind of teasing you, we've got infusible inks and all the goodies here. So the bags, the coasters, the t-shirts are all designed to work with the infusible inks, because with the infusible inks, Emma, you're explaining, you need the right base to work with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The way Infusible Ink works, it's very exciting. It actually turns into a gas, and then it mixes with the substrate that you're using, be that a t-shirt, a coaster, a tote bag, and it fuses into that material, and then it stays there forever. So instead of like with our iron-ons where they sit on top, and our vinyls, they sit on top of the material so they could peel off or scratch away, Infusible Ink actually fuses in. So it's there forever, it's completely washable, it's stretchable, it's not going to scratch off or peel off anytime soon. No.
Okay, that's a biggie. Years ago, so I would have been in my 20s, so a long time ago. A friend of mine got me a present which I absolutely loved. It was a t-shirt. Now, they went to a professional company who made this t-shirt, and it said on it, as seen on TV. It was like a running joke between me and my friend. So he wanted me to go out wearing the t-shirt. But I love the t-shirt. It's in my wardrobe. I don't wear it now, but it's in my wardrobe. But it's really faded, and I look at it and I love it. But it's so faded now. And this was a t-shirt that was made from a professional company.
Yeah.
So the fact that it doesn't fade, the fact that it fuses in, that excites me.
Yes, it's really exciting, and it is new, and it's it's really cool.
Well,
I think you're going to find it magic when you see it happening.
We're actually, where are we? Oh, we're here. This is on the bag. So I was looking, I was like, where are we? Now, this is on the bag that we have, but look at the vibrancy of that. I've got to show you, we've got options here. 5 options. Now, this is how it works. I'll show you here, actually. We just have a little look. So that is what we're working with.
Yeah.
And you were explaining to me that with the transfer sheets, Emma, if I just show you a swatch, once you heat it, it comes alive. It's like magic. So you can see how vibrant it is once it has infused into the fabric.
Yep. So don't be alarmed when you get it out of the packet thinking, oh, this doesn't look the same as it does on the packaging, because they are dull, and then the heat is what activates them into those really bright, stunning colours.
When you look here, how many sheets are we getting? 4 sheets in each?
4 sheets, yep, 12 by 12, so you've got loads in there.
You have got a lot to play with, and obviously Emma's going to be showing you how you can get your most from it. We'll go through the options just to show you. We'll start here. Yeah, come on. Animal print. always in fashion. So there we go, you got your animal print. This is just a little colour swatch of stars to show you what you could be achieving. But imagine that on a t-shirt, on clothing, on a bag.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That on a
so
bag
cool.
would be amazing. Right, that's your animal print. Then we've got our animal brights. So it's kind of an animal print, but with different colorways. You've got brighter color tones coming through, a lot of blues and purples. Just to reiterate, what we're seeing here, these are options. They all share the same item number, $14.99 your price, but you are saving £3. So what we just had a little sneaky peek at, this is your mermaid rainbows. Just the name alone, this is effectively Emma in a transfer.
Yeah. I was just about to say to you, that is my favourite one.
I'm
did you
not
guess?
surprised. But also, now let me show you this, actually. The stretch.
Yeah.
Because it's infused, there's no cracking, there's no scratching, it will not fade. Right, popping that down. We've got our challis. Let's have a little look here. This is a challis. Oh, I like the challis. That's nice.
Nice rainbow tones in there.
Cool. And then finally, we've got our wildflower in the mix too. They're all great options. Actually, there's a nice sample here. We're just going to show you of a t-shirt using this option with the wildflowers. Let's have a look. Oh, Emma, that is ridiculously good. And actually, that's a great example of how using the wildflowers, but with a design, that's incredible.
Yeah, it looks so intricate, doesn't it? And, you know, that's just cut in one piece on the machine and pressed in one piece. So it looks really intricate, looks like I've gone to a lot of trouble, and not at all.
Look,
nice.
trying to scratch it, no scratching it. That is amazing. Now, you are getting 4 sheets in each. $14.99 is your price. You decide which option you want to go for, but it's different, it's new. It's the professional finish that you're getting. And this, if you're a fan of Cricut, if you do have a Cricut machine, you know the results you're going to get. And it really is a professional machine. There are viewers, there are fans of Cricut who've bought a Cricut Maker and turned it into a business. And you genuinely can do that. Okay, now we're going to move on. Here you're going to get 2 sheets, but you are getting more options. So you're picking any of these. You're picking 2 for $9.99 of the Infusible Ink transfer sheets. So many options to go through that you're seeing here. It's probably best to go onto the website. I think we had the rainbow cheetah in there. You've got your watercolor splash. That's your rainbow. Oh, I like this one. That bit of tartan. Oh, it's buffalo check. I like it. And as we come down here, we've got a cherry red. Oh, apologies, this is a triangle bright. We're on the other side. Triangle bright, you've got your cabbage rose, the black botanicals, your tropical floral there, your red, cherry red. Yeah, cherry red. Do cabbages have flowers? Do cabbages have roses?
I don't know, I didn't think so, but they look beautiful there, so...
Oh, no, okay. This makes more sense.
Is it a type of rose?
I'm being stupid. Yeah, because this makes total sense. Charlotte, my producer, is saying, it's like, I think it's a type of rose that kind of resembles a little bit of a cabbage.
That would make more sense.
That makes more, because I've never seen a cabbage blooming with roses. They're the most beautiful cabbage I've ever seen. 913694, your item number. Let me just show you some examples of what we could be achieving. Have a look. Oh, come on, look at that. Emma,
yeah,
that is such a cool t-shirt. Really nice way to display, obviously, all the different sheets that you could be working with. But also, just as a design, it shows you the quality. The fact it doesn't fade is such a big one for me, because t-shirts, I love my t-shirts.
Yeah.
But problem with t-shirts, a lot of t-shirts, they will fade. The designs will fade. It's a special ink, this Infusible Ink. It is truly unique. Now, I've got to point out, if you're just trying to use the Infusible Ink on, say, you've got that example there,
I have an
Emma.
example, yeah.
Just some cotton.
Yeah, so this is it on a cotton canvas tote bag that we all know and love. But you can see here the colours aren't bright.
That one there.
Am I in the right place?
There you go.
Yeah, the colours aren't very bright. It looks dull, and you can see where the heat of the Easy Press, because it needs to be so hot for Infusible Ink to work, has actually burnt the cotton a little bit.
Okay.
So that's the difference there that you can see. So that's why you need to use it with the compatible blanks, and Cricut have designed those to work exactly with Infusible Ink.
And that's our point. So we've got a lot to share with you. We've got t-shirts, we've got coasters, we've got bags. Right, we tell you what we're going to do is jump onto the website and have a little look at everything to discover. So, are you thinking about going for the Cricut Maker? We've got it. Maybe the Easy Press 2 has its eye on you, or are you going to go for the tools? We've got the weeding tools. We've obviously got the blanks that we were just talking about, alluding to. So whether you need t-shirts in the round, you've also got the what's the word I'm looking for? What's opposite? What's not round? What's the other neck?
V-neck.
V-neck. I just forgot. I forgot V-neck. Thank you. So we've got round neck, we've got V-neck, and if you could see the gestures to get that V-neck over. Thank you. You've also got the bags on there as well. Now, we have got other extras that you can discover too. The iron-on vinyls, which we know and love. So anything you just need to stock up on, have a look at the website. If you do have any questions as well, we would really love to hear from you. studio@hochanda.com. Please get in touch because we always love your questions. Or we want to see what you've been making with your Cricut Maker. Cricut Maker, we talk about community. It's not a community, it is a tribe. You are a tribe. And there is a great community element there. But if you are a fan of Cricut, odds are you use your machine, you love it, please share what you've been making. I want to share it with other people and get them excited. Okay, Emma, what are we going to do?
Let's make a t-shirt.
Okay.
So let's show some Infusible Ink in action.
Nice.
I've got a sheet from the Mermaid Rainbow.
Yeah.
No, it's my favourite. This lovely stripy sheet. I'm going to pop that on the mat. Now, if you've seen me work with iron-on before, you know that I place that face down.
Right.
This is different. Infusible Ink, we always place it face up onto the mat. So make sure it's well stuck down. There we go. I'm going to load it into the machine. And then, the same as iron-on, I need to mirror my design because we are going to flip this piece over onto our t-shirt. So if we don't mirror the design, our words and things will be back to front. Okay. And then all I need to do is tell the machine that I'm cutting an Infusible Ink transfer sheet, and then it knows the correct setting to cut that.
Because they are intuitive machines, and the design software is incredible.
Yes. We're just connecting to Bluetooth, hopefully.
Okay.
If not, I'll plug in the... Oh, there we go.
Yeah. And you have got that option with the machine, the Maker, so you've got Bluetooth, or you can wire in as well.
Yes, you can indeed.
Yeah.
Sometimes in the studio with all the bits of technology, it likes to take a moment.
Okay.
But at home, you connect really quickly.
Right.
Whilst we're doing that, I'm going to get my t-shirt ready.
Yeah.
So with all of our blanks, we need to remove dust particles before we press them.
Right.
So I'm going to use a lint roller, just any old lint roller, just to remove these, because those tiny particles can actually turn blue under the heat and the Infusible Ink. So then it looks like you've got tiny little blue bits of dust on your t-shirt that you can't get off. So make sure to remove those like so. Okay, pop that there.
Sounds like this is tips of the trade. Is this something that you've experienced?
Yes.
Only
a couple of times. Okay, we're ready to go. So let's start this cutting.
Okay.
There we are. And so I'm using the fine point blade for this.
Do you know, the Cricut Maker becomes your companion.
Oh, yeah.
It really does.
My best mates. Yeah, it just makes life so much easier, I think. You know, and projects come to life that maybe I couldn't have been bothered to do before because it was going to be a lot of cutting or too intricate. Now it's really quick and easy to do. And how professional does Infusible Ink look? Like this, the first time I did it, I couldn't believe I actually made it myself because it just looked so beyond anything I could make at home.
Well, this is one of the bags I've just lifted up. Have a look at be bold indeed, the quality that you're getting. Now I'm going to give that a good scratch. So you can't, it's fused in, it's integral. You're not just putting a layer that can peel off in time. You've got to be worried about ironing. None of that. It's amazing, right?
Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, we're cutting away. And then our next step will be to weed the design like we normally would. So we leave everything apart from the design behind and take away all the bits.
Okay.
And then with the scraps, I actually made the sleeves on my t-shirt, so you can use all the pieces. I actually cheated and used a punch for these because they were all little bits, just a star, you know, a paper punch.
Just put them on.
Yeah.
I love the back to the 90s as well.
Yes.
Are you? I would imagine you're a millennial.
I am a 1990s baby, yeah. So the 90s also.
1990s baby.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel so old. I feel so
Sorry.
old. Oh. Marcus,
But
it
I'm
cuts to
pretending.
the heart.
I'm pretending, because I didn't get to celebrate my 30th properly because we were in full lockdown, I'm postponing it to next year.
Do.
So I'm just staying 29.
Wow. That's it. Stay 29 for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
And then you can celebrate in style.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it won't take that long to have a party. Oh, we're nearly done. I got excited then.
Okay. And we're just showing, so the software obviously gives you that countdown, and we're just nearly done there, 100%. Lovely.
Yeah, exactly. So you know if you've got time to go off and make a cup of tea and come back. There we go. So remove this from the mat, and as usual I'm going to peel the mat away from the material.
Okay.
Okay, now the next step feels a bit unusual, but it's called cracking. So what we do to help us weed is to kind of roll our design and hear that crack.
Okay.
And that helps all the bits come apart.
Yeah, nice.
It feels a bit weird to do. Because the texture of this is very strange, it's quite different to, you know, your iron-on. It's more kind of the thickness of a card or a paper stock.
Yeah.
So it does feel a little bit strange if you've worked with vinyl a lot, but I promise it's no different. So I'm going in and I'm just removing all of those bits and bobs.
Okay.
You can use your weeding tool, but I quite often find where the bits are a bit more sturdy, you don't need it.
And the bits that you're taking off, if you're careful, you obviously showed you use the scraps for your t-shirt, so at home you would take it off, put it to one side, and then use them on another project.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have just a big basket of them.
Nice.
For when I need a little bit, or...
Oh, here we go.
So we're getting in there.
I'm intrigued what you've made.
So this is going to say good vibes only.
Oh, I
It's
like
kind of
it.
like a record.
You strike me as somebody who is a good vibes only person.
Oh, I'd like to be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure everyone would say that. Okay, peeling these bits. This is really satisfying as well to do. And whilst we do that, I'm going to turn on my Easy Press.
Okay. So this is one where we would say the Easy Press makes a massive difference using the Infusible Ink.
Because we need to heat Infusible Ink at least 195 degrees centigrade, which is very, very, very hot. So therefore your home iron will not give you good results with this because it's just not going to get hot enough, whereas the Easy Press is made for this, so it is going to get up to that heat. So just be aware of that. You're going to want an Easy Press. Okay. There's my design. That doesn't help you, but it says good vibes only. So let's pull in our Easy Press mats.
Okay.
And we set things up a little bit differently as well, just to protect the mat itself. So I've just popped a few sheets of A4 paper onto there. You can use cardstock, whatever you like, but it's just going to protect your mat from getting any of the Infusible Ink on it. Then we're going to pop our t-shirt down. There we go. Then we're going to pop our design face down. So let's get that in place. Okay. And then the next step is, Cricut call this butcher paper, which I believe is the American term for it, but for us it is baking parchment.
Okay.
Now this comes in the box with your sheets. You're going to get a few sheets of this with your transfer sheets. But if you do run out, baking parchment is exactly the same thing. It's going to work just as well for you. And it doesn't matter which way up that is, but that goes over the top, and that's going to protect your Easy Press plate.
Nice. Okay.
We're just going to wait a couple of more seconds for that to heat up. But that's your kind of sandwich that you want for this. So it's a little bit different because normally we just pop the Easy Press straight on top. But we need to make sure we protect this. And then when the heat goes onto it, it's going to turn into a gas, do some technical magic I don't quite understand, and then fuse into the material. We're almost there, almost heated up, and then we can press. Remember to check the Cricut heat guide if you just pop that into your search engine, and that will tell you the exact temperature and time for the blank that you're using. So you're able to pop in t-shirt with Infusible Ink transfer sheet or coaster, whichever one you're doing, and it will give you the exact temperature.
Can we talk about the community as well? Because I know you're a big part of the community,
Yes.
and it's such a wonderful community for Cricut. So if we have got the machine, or you just wanted to see the community, where would we find that?
Oh, all sorts of places, all over social media, Instagram and Facebook. You'll also find loads of Facebook groups full of lovely Cricut friends and people like me that are able to help answer any questions people have got.
Have you got your own group?
Yes, it's called the Cricut Club.
The Cricut Club.
Yeah.
Well, producer Charlotte, she's going to be joining your club.
Yay, join in. Yeah, and everyone is just so lovely. Oh, I've got the time wrong. Let me pop the time up a little bit. Yeah, and that's what I love about it. And everyone's willing, like, you know, everyone's a beginner at the start, so everyone's happy to learn and answer each other's questions. And
You've been there.
yes, yeah, we've all been there, exactly. Okay, so I have got 200 degrees centigrade for 40 seconds. I'm going to add a cheeky little 2 extra seconds on. This is my
Cheeky.
own tip.
Okay.
Then, when I lift the press, I can press go before I put it down, because we don't want to move the press at all, else we can get ghosting, which I'll show you in a little minute what can happen.
Good tip.
So here we go. Press down. And because this is a bit of a, because it's a trestle table and it bows in the middle, I'm going to push down on my easy press, but make sure you stay quite still. But if you've got a sturdy table, you can just leave the press. You don't need to touch it.
We are getting busy for our easy press. I wish, and I hope Charlotte, our producer, doesn't mind me saying this, because she has got a Cricut machine, and it looks like she's going to be getting the easy press today. So it's something that she's wanted for a while, and she said to me, well, it is payday. So, and genuinely, I'm not making that up. She will be going for the easy press. But look, it's an incredible machine, and it's something, if you've got a Cricut machine, being able to work with the easy press, it really does make a difference, as opposed to struggling with an iron.
Okay, we are done. I'm going to take that off. This is quickly what I was talking about ghosting. So you can see where the press has moved. You've got that kind of double effect. Okay. So that's why you want to keep quite still.
If anyone asks, that's the look you were going for.
That was totally the look, yeah. Okay, here you go. You ready for the magic?
Yeah.
So remember how dull that sheet was beforehand?
Ooh, good. Vibes, that looks
cool
amazing.
Is that? So let me just grab in the sheet so you can really see the difference there in the colours that makes. And yeah, I would wait 24 hours before you wash it, but you could wear that straight away. And as you can see, it stretches. It's good to go.
What? For t-shirts? I'd be using it all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, for me,
cool,
it's the
isn't
first time I've done a show where we featured the Infusibles. I wouldn't use anything else. I love it. Now, I know we have got other goodies, and we have got the iron on as well. But the Infusible, and look, things to point out is the fact that when you use it, that ink, the name, it relates to the fact it actually infuses into the fabric, so it becomes part of the fabric, integral to it. It is not going to fade. It can stretch. That is a lovely design. So you've got the bear and that silhouette of the woods in front of it. Isn't that clever? But you become your own fashion designer. So as we look, there's another great one there, Bright Ideas. But you're suddenly, what you're able to tackle here, now you do need the proper blank to work on. When we say blank, it could be a blank t-shirt, or it could be bags as well. We will be getting to that, and it has to be, don't just think it will work on any cotton t-shirt, because it's the temperature that you need to get up to get the most out of the Infusibles. But quality-wise, has it, my question to you, if you've got a Cricut machine, has it made you excited? Think about, go onto the design software. If you have got the Cricut machine, just go onto the design software. What do you like? What are you into? Just type something, type space, or I don't know, flowers, whatever it might be. See all the designs, and then imagine those designs on a t-shirt, on a top, or you can put them on a bag as well. There's a lot to play with. So we've got our Infusibles. Just going to go through the options for anyone who might have just tuned in. Let's start with our animal prints. They come obviously in the sheets, and I will show you one of the sheets as we progress down. This is a little swatch, so this is your animal print on your fabric. Look at that, it stretches. I mean, that's ultimate stretch, no cracking, because it's integral, it becomes part of the fabric. $14.99 your price, saving £3. They all share the same item number, so you're just going for options. We've got our animal brights, so same animal print, just different colour tones. You've got your purples and your blues and a little bit of green in there as well. Nice. Then we've got our mermaid rainbow. So here I can show you the sheets. That's the sheets. There are 4 of them, but there's just the little shells on the side. But one thing to point out is on the sheet, and Emma demonstrated this beautifully, when it comes out, it looks slightly duller than the finished effect, and I'll show you that, because those same colours, when you see them on the fabric, where am I? Here you go. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, so there we go. That's your rainbow, mermaid rainbow. Mermaid rainbow, yeah. Then we have our Shaylee. Very nice. Oh, I like Shaylee. And then finally we have our wildflower in the mix too. Just going to show you. $14.99 your price. You're getting 4 sheets, and it is proving very popular. Something that excites you. 664-224 your item number there. It's as if the camera said, okay, what else are we showing you? Let's have a little look. We've got more infusible inks for you. So different sheets. Now here the difference is you're getting, so the other option you're getting 4 sheets, which you're just picking 1. Here you're picking 2, and you're getting 2 sheets in each. So, picking 2? Oh no, picking 1, but you're just getting 2 sheets. I'm sorry. So you're just picking 1, but you're getting 2 sheets. I do apologise. So as we go through, you've got your leopard. You've got your rainbow cheetah. Then you've got your watercolour splash. Oh, I like it. That's your rainbow. Then you've got your buffalo check. And as we come down, there's your triangle brights, cabbage rose, the black botanicals. Oh, black botanicals. Tropical floral, and then your cherry red. 694 your item number. We're really busy for these. It's because I've never seen anything like it. Now, just before we do progress down, can I show one more? Can I show this? This is why we are busy. Because, oh, this is cool. Let me just show you this. It is the finished article, what you're able to achieve, the vibrancy of the colours, the fact that that ink has fused into the fabric. It will never fade, it will never crack, it will never peel off. $9.99 at your price there. I think it's amazing. I think it's utterly amazing. For anyone, I get excited about personalising clothing and t-shirts, but have you found in the past if something peels or cracks and then in time you're kind of like, oh, I can't wear it. Okay, let's move on. Now, these are your infusible ink pens, so exactly the same premise as the sheets, but we're working with our pens. How would you use your pens, Emma?
Use these on a normal sheet of paper that you use in your printer,
yeah.
And we draw onto them either with the machine or by hand,
right.
And then they transfer in exactly the same way as you've just seen me use the sheets. So they're really cool, especially for children to draw designs. You get them to draw on a sheet of paper, and then you can pop that onto a coaster as a gift or a bag for grandma. So cute.
So wait, are you saying we can, with the pens,
yeah.
we can draw
yeah.
our own designs, can be anything,
yeah.
and then just as you're showing with the sheets, we're just literally laying it down so it's facing up, placing whatever blank you want on top, and it transfers over?
Yes.
The kids' picture, okay, can
yeah.
I just say, great idea. Funnily enough, I was talking to my wife about this recently. For nephews and nieces, for grandparents as presents, to draw a picture onto a top and then actually give that top to them rather than just putting it on the fridge. The grandparent can actually wear it. Amazing.
Yeah, yeah. Such a cool gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really like this.
These are really cool. The only thing to remember is you do need to mirror any writing, so
okay.
Just think about that. But any pictures, they're good to go.
Good tip. Now, you've got your neon or your basic, so we'll take you through the options. And you're choosing your medium or your fine point. So there's your neon. You're choosing your medium or your fine point. So that's the medium, the 1 or the 0.4. And then if I just show you, that's the basics. Let me just tilt the neons as well because we had a bit of flair there. So you're picking, it is one option, you're deciding whether you wanted to go for your neon, which is the 2 here, or your basics, which are here, but then you decide whether you wanted to go for your fine point or your medium. Okay, so 4 options to choose from, you're picking one. 610646, your item number, but just showing you what you can achieve. Have a look at that. The quality of the pens, the color, the vibrancy are incredible, and the fact that we can go onto ceramic, onto, so there's our coasters, we can go onto of t-shirts as well. Amazing. $10.99 your price, 610649 your item number. So t-shirts, these are your blank t-shirts. Pick and mix. We've got different sizes ranging from small, medium, extra large and XXL. Now what I would say is, oh, we've also got the large here, sorry, there. It's really important, and something that you wanted to stress, Emma, that you need to have the right t-shirt blanks for it to work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it has to be the correct substrate, and these are made exactly to work with this. So they are a high polyester, which is what works with Infusible Ink.
What I would say is I mean,
they're so soft.
Yeah, very, very soft. And I was talking with Natasha early on, and we were saying, like, as a presenter, I kind of feel, we feel like we are your hands, but genuinely, they're very, very soft, but the stretch. So this is what the t-shirt, I mean, t-shirts affords you stretch, so it's comfortable, but also with the infusible inks, look at that. So it's incredible. So you want to personalize. Imagine this, if you are personalizing for charity or weddings, stag do's, parties, special occasions, 30th birthdays.
Yeah.
What about new additions to the family?
Yeah.
So if you had a new addition to the family and you wanted to put a design or something on there, maybe mark a reveal.
Yeah,
because this is a big thing,
cool.
a gender reveal as well. With t-shirts you can show, I don't know. Okay, so you've got options. We're kind of saying men's and women's, but the team have decided that it's just whether you want a round neck or a V-neck. So it's
I'm wearing a men's, what they call a men's, but the round neck, because I prefer that style. But yeah.
I prefer a V-neck, so there we
exactly.
go. Now, you have got different sizes, so it depends what size you prefer. And you do get to choose any 2. It's funny, because everyone's got their own preference. Charlotte, our producer, was saying she likes a sort of baggier T-shirt.
Yeah.
I wear everything fitted, so I'd probably go for like a medium. But hey, choice is yours. You're picking any 2 for $16.98. You are saving £3, 413-200, your item number. Now we've got some blank coasters for you. These are options. You've got round or square. They're, I have to say, beautiful to work with. So I'm just picking this one up here. Have you done something to that? Or is that the coaster?
Yeah, yes, that's the ceramic. So see how shiny it is? Yeah. So that's my niece's drawing.
Oh, well, that's cute. What's her name?
Hattie.
Hattie.
She loves crafting.
That's very... Wow, tell you what, she's going to follow in your footsteps. Crafter to watch out for the future. Yeah. But that is another great gift for... I keep going back to sort of grandparents, being able to... Not just grandparents, anybody. If you want to personalise something, maybe it could be quotes. Sort of someone likes film quotes or something personal.
Yeah.
Teachers, good presents for teachers.
Yeah. And you don't have to use them as coasters. Why not add a hanging part to the back, glue that on for Christmas decorations, or add a magnet to the back and pop it on the fridge? You can use them in a different way if you didn't want them to be, if you've already got coasters.
Yeah, I love your style. So with the difference being, you've got the ceramic here in the round, and the square, you've got the sort of traditional cork at the back, and then you've got that gloss element on the front, and there's the flowers. Just one design. Obviously yours are going to be blank, you decide what you're going to put on there. So there we go, $12.99 your price. Which are you going to be going for, round or the square? I have to say I like the round. The ceramics to me would be where I'd be placing my money. Now we've got tote bags for you. 2 different sizes. We will start here. This is your first option. I think this is the medium. Just going to put the details up on your screen as I rummage around for one of the totes.
Yeah.
So here is your medium. designed to work with the infusible inks. We've been so busy for our infusible inks now. If you are going for the infusible inks, you do need the right surface and the blank to work with. So these tote bags, the t-shirts, the coasters are designed specifically to work with the infusible inks. I mean, how cool does that look? So making your own individual bag, your own statement piece that really reflects who you are. I can and I will. $9.99 your price, 647-818 your item number. Then we have our large, which again, I will pick up an example to show you. This is nice. There's a t-shirt inside here. There's your large. But look at these. And the design, and this is, you don't need me to tell you this. If you've got a Cricut machine, you know how many designs you're going to be picking from. $11.99 your price, 661-468 your item number. So that's for your large. Okay, we have more. Just going to share with you the maker. So if you do want to go for the Cricut maker, and we always are busy every time we have a show, if you're looking to get hold of this phenomenal machine, I'm going to say something here, and I really mean this. So I'm not saying this, I know it sounds very shopping TV, but it's coming from a place of honesty. This machine, the Cricut maker, will change how you craft. It will open up so many doors. Please don't just believe me. Go online, see the reviews, see the community, download the design space, so the Cricut design space. That would be the first thing I advise you to do. If you're thinking about getting this, and we've got a lot of you who've got this in your baskets right now, there is still time. Just download the Cricut Design Place software Design Space, software, and see all the designs that you could be playing with your Cricut machine. And once you do that and see the possibilities, then I think you'll understand why I say it's a game changer. Out of interest, Emma, I'm advising everyone to download the software. Where would we download the software?
Either on wherever you normally download an app from on your smartphone, or if you are downloading it onto your computer or laptop, if you head to the Cricut website, you'll find it there and you can download the software.
Perfect. Just got to mention the Easy Press as well. It's been another very popular item this hour. So if you do want to get hold of the Easy Press, you've got 3 easy payments as well there, our flexi payments. So you are saving £40, great saving, and you're also getting the 3 flexi payments, $79.99 today, your first flexi payment. You are getting the phenomenal Easy Press 2 with the mat as well. So if you do want to get hold of it, 320-889 your item number. Okay, I'll tell you what, we're going to head back to Emma and continue playing.
Yay! Let's do something with the pens. I'm actually going to pop the pen into the machine, so that's another way you can use it. You can get the machine to draw for you, or you can draw by hand. I'm going to use the ultraviolet purple in the 1.0, so it's more like a kind of a felt tippy kind of look.
Yeah.
So pop that in there, into the accessory port, and then all I've got here on my mat is a plain sheet of A4 paper, just that I've stolen out of my printer.
All right, okay.
But that's the kind of paper you want to go for. And load that into the machine. And let's get this to draw for us. There we go. So I've already told it that I'm using paper and the pen, and I've got, always keep a space clear behind your machine. I almost lost everything there. So I've got 3 lovely flower designs that the machine's going to draw. I love watching it do this. It's so satisfying.
Oh, yeah.
How cool is that?
Wow.
And what's cool about this is we can get the machine to draw for us, and then we could add in coloured in elements to it too, so we can do a bit of both.
Yeah.
Which looks really cool. So I might add a little bit of something to this.
Nice. And there is, you described it so well. One of the joys of owning a Cricut machine is seeing your makes come to life, seeing it cutting, seeing it drawing.
Yeah, it's addictive.
Think about what you can do with your Cricut machine, because you've got you've got the rotary cutter with your maker, and there are different projects. So we can make a project with our fabric, we can cut that, we can then go on to sew it. And then with the infusible inks, if you've used the right fabric, obviously I know there's certain blanks we have to use, we can then put the design onto our makes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's really cool. I just love how professional this looks in Infusible Ink. It just doesn't look like anything I've made myself, which is just mad. Okay, here we go. So you can see there, oh, let me go back that way. I've got my flowers there.
Lovely.
So let's peel this off of the mat.
Okay.
Okay. Then, as before, I've got my easy press mat, a couple of sheets of paper. Then I've got my blank. I've already lint rolled this, so I'm going
to
to
advise that, just so anyone missed earlier on, that whenever you use your lint roll just to clear any specks of dust.
Yeah, tiny little bits that you can't even see that are there. They turn blue under the heat when they react with Infusible Ink, so then your project just looks a bit speckly, which you don't want, so make sure you just clear that off. Now I'm going to tape this down with a little bit of heat-resistant tape. Don't use any old tape, because you're going to get yourself in a melted mess.
Yeah, don't.
So I'm just making sure that that stays still.
Okay. Don't want any ghosting.
Exactly. We don't want anything to move once we start pressing. Okay, and then that piece of butcher paper again, baking parchment over the top. And then I'm going in with my easy press. And press down hard. And we're counting down from 40 seconds, and we're at 200 degrees centigrade, so super hot.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to remember with Infusible Ink. It's just not going to work well with your home iron because it's not going to get to that temperature.
And it's you describe it, and it's so true. With your home iron, you're not going to get that consistent heat across the whole plate.
No. They did some cool tests actually with a plain sheet with different, you know, we sometimes have the Easy Press Mini on the show, with that one and then other mini irons on the market. And you can see the Easy Press Mini, the whole plate is the full colour. And then the other irons, it's kind of looks ombre where the heat just isn't working. So it's a really cool image. Okay. Oh, this is a good tip. So once you've used your sheet of butcher paper, you don't want to use that again because you can see the ink is now in the sheet. So if I use this another time, I'm going to get a ghost of this image on my next project, which would be a bit sad. Okay, let's peel this off. Ooh, look at that. I forgot to do some colouring in, but how cool does that look?
Well, just like that. That's amazing.
How quick was that project as well?
So that is now infused into the bag. It will not scratch, won't peel, won't fade. And then we can go on and we can colour as well. We can use the pens ourselves just to colour
we could have coloured in that before we started, and then we could just pop it down. Yep, good to go.
Lovely. And once it's fused, it is fused.
Yeah, it's in there forever.
So when you do colour, you'd go through the same process once it's actually there of, again, butcher paper and then heating up.
Yeah, exactly. You'd want to do it on a sheet and then pop it down.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, always that way around.
You know the sheet that you've just transferred on, would you use it on that or do a separate sheet? I
probably should have done it before I pressed it. I would have done it, but then I'd use a separate sheet because you've still got a little bit of ink in there. And that's the tricky bit, is you can't press twice with Infusible Ink because you can't line it up again.
So if you wanted to colour in, what you would do is do the outline with your machine, and then add
I would
colour
just
on there, and then you'd
I would just grab a pen and colour in onto this piece, like so. And then I could have pressed that in one go.
Right, brilliant.
I got overexcited though.
Okay. Now we do have the pens for you. We've actually got we've got two options with two colour options with two different styles as well. So let me just separate these so it's clear that you are picking one out of the four options. So you can either go for your fluorescent, which are here. So whether you're going for that fine or you're going for the medium tip in the mix. And then you've got your basics, which again, your sort of go-to colours, fine or medium tip. When with regard to fine and medium, Emma, what would dictate your choice in deciding which one to go for?
The more detailed your design, I would go for the 0.4, the finer one, because you're going to get way more detail in there. If you're wanting something a bit more like this, a bit more standout, if it's a single line like the bag I've just done, then go for the thicker pens. So that's the only real difference.
Okay, there we go. 610-649, your item number if you do want to get hold of this. Let's jump onto the website and have a little look. All the options on there. So what are you going to be popping into your basket? Are you amazed as we are with the Infusible Inks? Have the sheets caught your eye, or are you looking at maybe going for the pens? We've also got the blanks for you, whether it's the t-shirts in the round or v-neck. We've also got the bags as well and the coasters. So everything on the show to start having some fun. All right, now, we do want to have a little bit of a chat because obviously this is a Cricut show and it would not be a Cricut show without a Cricut Maker. So we do have the Cricut Maker for you and we have been busy for our Cricut Maker. It is an incredible machine and I really do stand by that. 5-star reviews. So whenever we have a show, whenever we feature, look, $379.99, that is a considered purchase. And I think no one would argue with that. So odds are you're not going to turn on your TV right now, see this for the first time, like, I've got to have it. You would have done a lot of research. You know how good this machine is. Maybe you've had your eye on the Cricut Maker for a long time and you've just been waiting for an opportunity to get hold of it. Price-wise, this isn't a show offer. Sometimes we do big bundles and we offer discounts. It's not a show offer, but what I would say is the 3 flexible payments make a big difference because I've seen the Cricut Maker. I was in a department store recently. I say recently, I was about a couple of months ago. Saw the Cricut Maker. I was quite shocked to see it. And I was with my wife, like, come over here. We've got this machine at work. And so I was boring her telling about the machine. But with that, you have to pay the full price. That's it. You go on the high street, you pay the price. Hochanda, and it does make life simpler. $126.66 today is a lot more manageable than the full price. Now you are getting the Cricut Maker. I know I do this all the time, but it just has to be done. It's the build quality that you get. Look at the smoothness. When I open that up, it just glides open. You've got your 2 blades in there, so you've got your rotary blade, which allows you to cut fabric and multiple fabrics. You've also got the fine blade as well to take on paper and vinyl. You're getting your pen in the mix too, and you're also getting both the mats that you need to work with. Please do one thing for me. We've only got 5 minutes left on the show. If you've got this in your basket, if you have a smartphone or a tablet, go to wherever you download your apps, just type in the Cricut Design Space, download the app and have a look. Just have a look at all, because it will make you, you know, sometimes when you spend money and you're like, oh, have I made the right decision? The minute you see the Design Space, you'll realize you really have made the right decision, because effectively you can try it before you buy it. You can see the designs there. But also, if you haven't got a smartphone, tablet, just go on to your laptop or your computer and just go to the Cricut website. Right, we're going to head back to Emma. I think we've got about 4 or 5 minutes, Emma.
Make that happen. I'm going to get this cut in straight away then. I thought let's do a ceramic coaster because we haven't done one of those yet and they're really fun. And what's cool about these is how shiny they are when they're finished. That's what I love. The finish on these is even more mind-blowing to me than the t-shirts, that I can do something onto ceramic and it's going to be there forever. So I'm cutting a design. It's actually Christmassy design. It's coming up Christmas. So I thought I'd do a little Christmas design on this coaster.
Are you a Christmas person, Emma?
I love Christmas. Halloween and Christmas are my 2 favourite crafting events of the year.
Oh. Are you all set for Halloween?
Yeah. House is decorated. I went to town with a chalk pen on all of my windows.
Oh,
I think the village I live in think I'm actually nuts. I think my postman thinks I'm crazy.
They can spot the crafter.
Yeah, we've gone all out. Well, there's nothing else to do, so might as well.
Totally agree. Look, you're brightening up the day. No, it's good.
And Christmas decorations, well, they might go up next week too, you know?
Why not?
Get full use.
Come on, why not? Yeah, enjoy them.
Okay, so the setup for the ceramic coaster is exactly the same. We're going to pop him on some sheets of cardstock. And for this one, I'm going to wipe it with a lint-free cloth. So just any cloth you have that's a lint-free one, just to get rid of those little particles, because you don't want those floating around on your project. There we go. I'm going to add time to my Easy Press because this takes a little bit longer than our previous presses. So we're going right up. We're going all the way up. I'm going to hold that down.
Got 2.5 minutes now.
I can do it, I can do it. Okay, we're there. Let's quickly weed this.
We're going to go for it. Emma has no fear.
You know me.
Okay.
Okay, quickly weed this away.
Yeah.
So just peel off all of the parts we don't want. This is a nice easy weed. It says be merry.
Lovely.
These would be really cute for the Christmas table. Well, hopefully if we allow people around, we don't know yet, do we? But they'd make nice place names.
Oh yeah?
That would be quite cute.
Place name's a good idea.
Okay. There we go.
Lovely.
Pop that down. I've done this a little bit too big, but it's not the end of the world. I think it will still look cute.
Okay.
Pop that on there. A piece of butcher paper. Now, if I wasn't in a hurry, I would have taped that with my heat-resistant tape, but I'm going to throw caution to the wind and just go for it.
Oh.
I know, she's dangerous. So I'm going to press. This is a slightly longer press, so I'm just going to stand here as still as I can.
How long is the press for?
This is about 90 seconds, so we might be cutting it super fine.
Oh, we're not
We're
going
not
to
gonna
make it. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun. You're going to have to tune in because Emma will be back at 2 and we will show you what she's made. So you have to tune back at 2 to get to see that because unfortunately time has beaten us. Thank you so much, Emma.
Oh, thank you.
So please make sure to tune back in at 2 to see the outcome of our make there. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have got the Cricut machine in your baskets and with high ticket items, consider purchase. I will never ever bully anybody and say you've got to have this, you've got to check out. Look, do it if you're comfortable, but all I will leave you with is it really is an incredible machine. So do your own due diligence, see what other people have said, read reviews, have a look at prices. The fact is that Hochanda, I think for me the biggest selling point is we can spread the cost over 3 months and you will never regret this as a machine. Do download the software as well, the Cricut Design Space. Oh, you're going to enjoy the next hour. Joe and Fiona will be here with Rich. After that, K Facet Collective one-day special returns. And then we're going to have a little bit of a mixed media Friday. Lots to enjoy at Hochanda.
Hello, I'm Sue Trangmar and I started Daisy Chain Designs 20 years ago. Back in the day, there were very few quilt patterns in the marketplace, and so I started to bring patterns into the UK from America and Australia, and along the way I've been lucky enough to work with some fantastic British designers, and that is what really the essence of Daisy Chain Designs are. At Daisy Chain Designs, we're passionate about sewing and quilting. We design projects that hopefully will inspire you to pick up your needle and thread and have a go. We have great fun in designing things from the very start, and then the end product is always very exciting when you actually see it made. So don't miss the Daisy Chain Design shows on Hochanda.
Hi, my name is Catherine Sturrock and I work in collaboration with FMM. FMM creates some wonderful cake decorating cutters. We've brought them to Hochanda and used them with air dry clay to create some beautiful flowers, leaves and other florals. We use them then to decorate various products such as laser cut designs, mixed media, card making and many other items. So join me on Hochanda and let me guide you through the process of putting together various flowers such as roses, peonies and lots more besides.
Hello, my name's Kay from Indigo Blue and we've been established for 7 years, and together with my husband Alfie we design and manufacture our own in-house red rubber stamps. We also have our own range of paints, lushes and stencils. We're so proud that we've now got a reputation for such high quality products and the detail that we can manage to get in our stamps. What I really love about Hochanda is I get to demonstrate lots of different techniques for you to understand how to use our products and hopefully inspire you. I've got loads of fantastic ideas buzzing around in my head, so I can't wait to get those filtered into our products and out to you at home. So grab a cup of tea, join me and the team from Indigo Blue on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Ali Reeve. I'm from the company Stamps Away. Stamps Away is a family-run company with my husband and I. We create all things crafty, especially with a passion for mixed media. At Stamps Away we create a lot of MDF products because we have laser cutters and router cutters. We also create our own stencils and masks. We try and make everything we can in-house so that you've got all the materials you need to create your projects. If you're watching a show with me on Hochanda, you'll expect to see lots of different techniques, lots of ways of using the products that we produce, and it's all very much mixed media, so pretty much anything goes. So I hope you won't miss the shows on Hochanda with Stamps Away.
Hi, I'm Hayley. Join me for some amazing Fabric Freedom shows. Fabric Freedom design all their fabrics here in the UK, and they design them with quilters in mind, so they're really good at picking out those unidirectional prints, really nice and small prints so you can work on smaller patchwork projects, and paste prints as well, which is one of their signature fabrics. They do lots more fabrics besides quilt and cottons, so tune in to the Fabric Freedom shows here on Hochanda.
Are you ready? This should be after the watershed, quite frankly. Oh my word. Are you ready? Get a load of this. Whoa. Oh my giddy aunt. Look at that. Oh,
go on. Stick it right in.
Look at that, eh? Look at that goodness. Ooh, that's just beautifulness, that is. That is, I know I've ruined the pot, but Joel sort me out. That is gorgeous titanium paste, and that is the antique turquoise. Oh my word. That's just, I'm just going to leave that there because that is just gorgeousness. That is an option with the lovely, now what's that bottom one there? Of honey foam. Ooh. Honey foam. Now you get both of these pots. They're big pots, aren't they? Jo is here. I'm not just making noises. She's choking. She's laughing at me here.
Just laughing at you.
160 mil. So we've got these gorgeous, gorgeous paste from Rich. They're a Turkish company. So the titanium paste. What is the titanium paste all about,
honestly,
Jo? Let's get some culture on the show.
And I'll tell you now that your floor was a lot more sensitive than the one before.
Well, yeah. When she probably showed me for the first time,
anyway,
off air, everybody.
So.
My reaction was, I had to keep it down because people were trying to present. Do you know what I mean? So what is?
So what we've got this is a brand new product today. I have been hounding poor old Laura for this, and it is just gorgeous. It's basically titanium, as in obviously it's very shiny, it's very metallic, it's very thick, and what you can do with it, obviously loads and loads of things. What you've got is a relief paste, so when you put it through your stencils, you are going to get that fantastic effect. What I'm loving about it is everything about Rich, as we well know. You see, look at this one. Sorry to just look at this one here. Look. So what we've got here is it's actually I think it's one of Kaz's. She's used 13 Arts papers in the background. Just that little bit of accent with some of the paste, and look how that's transformed that card.
Beautiful.
Just an accent, and then some obviously some texture on that card. But it is just
look at this.
gorgeous.
You told me this as well, the magic of this.
Yeah, now, this is one of Rachel's. Now, I meant to mention it this morning, completely forgot, it was so busy. What Rachel did here was, you can see, she's put it through one of the That's Crafty stencils. And
with the paste, different types of the paste, you know, going through. And then what she's done, she's put the tiniest bit in a water bottle, mixed it up, and then sprayed with it. Now, she said, you know, she's a little bit, we're all the same, that we all like to push everything to the absolute limit. That's what we want to do.
Yeah, you want more.
And this has given us more already. Oh. This is not just a paste. You can paint it. I know, it's fantastic. It's that noise. I think we ought to actually have that sound of you opening every single pot that's going to go out.
We'd never get anything done. I'd just be here for an hour just indulging myself.
It's thick.
Oh, it's thick.
The pigment is intense in all the colours. The pigment's amazing. You've got that really gorgeous metallic feel to it. It dries very, very quickly. I used it this morning. You could see how well it dried really beautifully. And of course, it really stands its own. If you wanted to, I don't know why you would, but if you wanted to, you could let it dry and then put some more through your stencil if you wanted to. Now, of course, what we can do is we can also use it as a paint if we wanted to water it down. Everything we've got on the show, as usual, with Rich, is a water-based product.
And you've done some lovely samples here.
Well, Mark has, I have to say.
The black and the white paper.
Yes. Now, now there's a very good reason for doing this. Now, I did, as I mentioned to you earlier on, when you see any metallic paint, paste, or whatever on black card, it always looks tremendous because it's metallic against the black. But when you actually put anything that's metallic against a white, and it still looks as impressive as this, you know that it's a quality product.
I've got to give an update, Jo. So sorry to interrupt you.
No,
You're
don't.
absolutely
You
bang
go
on.
ahead.
So the turquoise with the honey foam, that's 60% already gone. 60% already gone. And then once it's gone, that's it, because of the delay and what have you. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never ever come back to Hochanda.
Oh, no, it
and
will.
at the moment, do we think we're the only ones that are distributing
at this moment,
in time as well?
Yes.
Okay, so let's take advantage of that.
There is no other retailer in this country.
Thank you, Jo.
Apart from we've got obviously Laura and Graham. That's Crafty, are distributors for Rich in this country. From Turkey.
Lovely. Powder puce and the white gold. So that's my white gold at the bottom, and as Jo's explained, you know, if it looks that good on the white as well as the black, not hiding anything from you, she's shown you there on the white as well. That comes with that middle one, the powder puce, which is sort of a purpley lilac-y colour there. Just beautiful, nearly half the stock gone. And then the last one is the Baroque beige and the water green, which is top and bottom, because they come in sets of 2, you see. Big pots for £12.98. 106802, and this is the top one as well, nearly 40% gone. You're gonna get a few of these, quite frankly. What surfaces, because they're water based, so we can put them on everything. We can wash them down.
Yeah, we can wash them down if you wanted to. You could just take a tiny bit. In fact, when I do my demonstration, I will show you that because I think it's quite important to show you. This is actually one that I did I don't know, a couple of weeks ago, and you can see there I actually pasted it onto, that's actually organza I pasted it onto, that's on the MDF. Now this one here is, isn't this beautiful? It really is, I'm sure. Yeah, and it's upside down.
Oh, sorry,
darling. Don't worry, it's
my apologies, there's the clue.
No, that's it. Isn't it beautiful? It really is. Is it Liz or Cass? Oh, I am sorry. Oh, I'm so terrible. I am sorry. Done this amazing journal, accented it with the paste. Just beautiful, isn't it?
Turquoise.
Really is. Turquoise is
limited. It's limited now, Jo. It's limited. I'm not surprised. Look at the gorgeousness.
I'm not surprised, but I don't.
I've got to move on. I've got to move on.
Only just because we've just shown the turquoise, do not discount the others because they're incredible.
You know that's my favourite colour.
I know it is. It is.
So we've got other gorgeousness. I must get onto that, Jo, because we missed.
No, that's
if you missed the 7 o'clock, Jo, do watch it on Rewind because we've got so many fantastic products from this company, which you'll get to know as well now. Now these are metallic paints. They come in sets of 4. You're getting 4 for £15.96. And again, we've got the samples on the card here just to show you, as Jo said, how amazing it looks on the black as as well as the white. And again, what surfaces can we put this on, Jo?
Right, again, as everything. So basically, it is a water-based product, but once it's dried, it's extremely solid. So what you've got is you've got a permanency to it. I wouldn't put it outside, you know, that wouldn't be something I would do. But if you really wanted to, just put an outside varnish over it. So I've actually, you'll see there's there's glass there, there's canvas, there's MDF, there's putting it on top of the cement paste, using the cement paste as the texture, and then painting over the top with the paste. That's incredible. Yeah, I've got to say, I can honestly say that this is one of the best metallic paints I've used in a long time. Yeah. It was thick, it is very vibrant in the colours, the pigments in the colours are amazing. Yeah, so
isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, just for dry brushing alone. I've just dry brushed over that can actually. It was Powertex. And then I've just dry brushed over it with one of the plum and the copper. Gorgeous. They also mix very well,
don't they? Just?
Yeah, they mix very well as well. Yeah.
Let me talk everybody through the colour options there as well, because they are absolutely sensational. There's so much gorgeousness on the show today, Jo. So my first card here is my antique gold, the burgundy, the antique silver, and the antique plum. I mean, look at that vibrancy on the white. Jo's not kidding. Oh, because normally with metallics you just think, oh, great on black, it's all right on white, but they are so striking. Then we move to we've got here upside down here. We've got the plum. We've got this. This is the copper. This is the antique. Antique turquoise. We've got the silver, and then we've got the plum. Bum bum bum. Look at that plumness. And then, whoa, look at the red. It's just a hour full of noises from me. Do apologise, everybody. It's just so gorgeous. The white, the oil green.
Isn't it lovely?
And the classic gold. Oh, again, my tough choices. Which 4 to go for? 644, 461. I will try and show as many samples as I can as we go through as well. And then we've got the glitters. Now, tell me about the glitters, Jo, because these come in sets of 3 as well.
Yeah. Now, we only Mark did put these just on black, because obviously glitter, you really just can't get the full effect unless you put it onto a darker colour. Yeah. So you've got great consistency with this because you've got a lot of glitter in the colours. Also water-based, of course, so we can watercolour with them, water them down, watercolour with them. Adds that little bit of interest, doesn't it, on areas, highlight them, but also, of course, paint them onto your MDF. Look at through stencils, you know. I'm not saying it's a stencil paste, but it is thick enough to go through a stencil.
You can see that testament there. Yeah. So if we look at the colours there, they come in sets of 3. So across the top there, you've got the bronze, the silver, and the antique gold.
Very rich, and they've got that shine to them. So they've got like a gel consistency in the base. So you've got a beautiful shine.
Lovely. Then we move on to turquoise, fuchsia, and the black. Love the fact you showed us that on the white there as well.
Yeah. Well, this is what I said. I did say to him, I said, "Oh, can you just do that as a cross section because the black's difficult to see, isn't it?"
Absolutely. So, and then we've got the pink, the green, and the red. Again, 3 ample pots there. They're big sizes there. Just
70 mil, is it?
Thank you, Jo. Yeah, 70 mil there. 50 mil. 50
sorry,
mil.
50. 70 is the. Sorry, 70 is the metallic. 50 for the glitter.
3 of the 50 mils there. £11.97. 892,238. One more, because you're buying the cement. Don't forget, we've got the chrome texture. I know. Don't get me opening those pots. I'll never come back from the brink. Look at this, Jo's wine glass with chrome texture. I know. But anyway, concrete paste. You're loving the concrete paste. Why are we loving the concrete paste, Jo?
So the concrete paste is a really great, stable product to have to start a project with. You can leave it with the concrete as in the look of the concrete, which is fantastic. We can put it outside once it's fully dried. You can also paint it as well. You can actually form it into pieces. You can see that's over a leaf out the garden. Palette knife over the top, spread it out. This one is a part-made dinosaur egg, of course it is. You can see there, that's a smaller version. Look how smooth it is inside.
Isn't that beautiful?
Feel how smooth. And that's because I've done. It's been done around a balloon. Left, I would say, leave it a good 24 hours, maybe a bit more. Then pop the balloon. Then you can colour it up. Works brilliantly well with, we've used it with the chalk paints before that we've had from Rich, but I would definitely go and have a little play with those metallics as well.
Get two pots.
2 pots.
Yeah.
It's already mixed, so you've not got any measuring or messing about. It's always a very popular line, that one.
Yeah, 60%'s already gone, Joan. We haven't really done anything.
You can put it in your stencils as moulds.
Yeah.
But you would need to leave it a good day to actually. There's some
little shells.
Yeah, you've got some fossils in there. Yeah,
some fossils. So give it a good day to dry. Good 24
Good
hours.
24 hours.
£11.98 for 2 of those 250ml pots. 619-747. Lots on the show. And we're going to go over to Jo now because we've got the chrome texture paste. Don't forget. Let me give you the update on the turquoise. Oh, it's gone, Jo. It's all that dobbing about with me brush. 106802. We've also got the other options. Don't forget, equally as beautiful. Just because I didn't have a dob with the brush, don't think it's not gorgeous. We've got water green and baroque beige, and then powder puce and the white gold. Oh my word. 13.98 still available. 248-815. Once it's gone, it's gone. Let me mention that chrome texture paste. So if you love the titanium, you're going to love this. It gives you a bit more texture basically, and we've got those in sets of 2 as well. 3 different options. Honey foam and white gold again. Pure gold and yeast gold, and the granite and the silver, and that's what these lovely jars and that wine glass. It's just a bit. Would you say it's just a bit thick?
It's a lot thicker, but it's grittier, and it's got little tiny. Well, in fact, I'm going to be using it on this.
Oh, we'll see.
So, and I've used it on those pieces that are there.
Yeah.
And some lovely pieces.
Lovely. We're going to see it in action anyway.
Right.
Because if you're loving that titanium, well done if you got that. Don't forget to check out, because once it's gone, it has gone. Hopefully, in a couple of months we'll get some more again. Yeah. But for now, that is it. So if you want it for your beautiful projects, please don't miss out.
Yeah.
Jo, take it away.
Okay. Right, I am just going to very quickly show you, because I do want you to have a little look at these. If I put them up this way, will that be... Okie dokie, would that be all right? Yes, yeah. This way?
We're zooming in now, Jo.
We're going to do, fantastic. Right, so I just wanted to show you the other colours. I know we've got them on the colour chart, but when you see them intense into the pots, you can actually see, you can see exactly where we're going with these. They're just amazing, aren't they?
There's almost like a goldie in that.
Well, what they've got is they've got that beautiful shimmer and shine. And there's something I've got to say. If my friend Sandra, she's our stencil queen, and if she's watching, I'll tell you now, Sandra, why, gosh. Now, anyway, so that's all I'm saying, by gosh. Right, so what I've got is I'm going to have a little play with the... with this canvas. I've done a little bit of prep beforehand, and we're going to do an autumn theme. Now, maybe some will have seen, I did pop it onto several bits of social media yesterday. I got some fantastic comments, and I would like to say thank you. I really appreciate everybody that takes their time to comment. Now, what I've done, just to give you the heads up, just to give it just a plain canvas, obviously, and then I've put some sand texture paste on, which is That's Crafty one. I wanted something that was white, just to give it some substance. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to give some colour onto the background. We're going to create a nice little palette on the background using some of these different coloured metallics. Now, just because they're a metallic doesn't mean to say we can't use them and then bring them slightly back down again. All right, I'll make sense of what I've just said in a second. That doesn't sound very much sense at all, but it will do in a second. Right, so first of all, I'm going to put some of the copper onto. Let me just get my. I never did find my palette knife. I've no idea where that went. It's perhaps still in my workshop back at base. Yeah. Right, so. I've got some, of course, like we said, everything on the show is actually a water-based product. Now look at this.
Is that the copper?
This is the copper.
Ooh, look at
I'm
that.
just going in bits because I'm just going to cover the background in different areas. Obviously, because I want it to look all autumnal. There we go. So just a little bit, get the rest off my brush. I don't want to waste any. You can see how the thickness of the paints and the strength is just tremendous.
Oh, it's intense,
it really is very, very, it's very intense.
Beautiful.
They mix beautifully together as well. If you wanted to vary your colours that you actually buy. So by putting the sand texture paste on first, obviously it's giving me some really nice texture to just paint over the top of. Can you see how that look how that green has just mingled into that copper? It just looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Little tiny bit more of the green.
That's the oil green, isn't it? And then copper from the other set.
Absolutely. Now we did use this this morning on the project that we made, and I'll show you that in a few minutes. Now, what I'm going to do is just to mingle these in a tiny bit more. I'm just going to add the little dribble of water, and then you can see it'll just goes into the bottom of the onto the actual canvas rather than just onto the texture.
Not heard of Rich, they're Turkish, aren't they?
They are
Turkish.
Yes, they are. They're a Turkish company. This is a company that
I think they thought I was stalking them, you know, at Frankfurt.
well,
we're going to say
I don't care. I achieved what I wanted to achieve in the end. Basically, they were a company. They've been a family company for many years, and they do the biggest range of products you ever did see. If we had every day for the next year, I don't think we would be able to honestly
show it all. It's such great value for money, though, isn't it?
It's tremendous, tremendous. Yes, and this is what's really important. Is the fact that you are getting such tremendous quality. The colours, the intensity. They don't cut back on anything. The amount that you get as well for the price is just tremendous.
I mean, I was just looking, just to go back to those fantastic glitter pastes that we've got. You know, sometimes with the paste, sometimes by the time you paste it on, the glitter intensity and colour is sort of dissipated and less so.
That's one bit. Mark, you know, he when I say that's one coat, it's, you know,
full on glitter in there.
Yeah, it is. So that it's the company is Art and Craft, and they also do a lot of educational materials as well over in Turkey. So a very, very busy company. The first year that I actually met them, they weren't ready to come into the UK. They didn't feel as if they were, you know, sort of able to. I don't know why. I've no idea. I think it's because they I don't know, maybe the confidence level. I don't know. Because, you know, it's a big thing, isn't it? You're in your little comfort zone in your own country and
you know what you like.
And in Europe, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, these English here folk that want this.
We do want it. We do.
Yeah, we did, absolutely. So I persevered, and I went back the next year and I went to see them, and they were ready. So there we go. That's how it all
tenacity,
worked.
Jo.
Well, it was Laura. You know, I was just doing the legwork. Now, what I want to do is, I love the colour as it is, and this is how I started with the first one. But what I want to do is, I want to just slightly bring it just down a little tad. Now, I don't have this actually on the show, but it is one of the Rich products. It's the white. Chalk paint. So we have had this on, and it may even be on the website, but it's just to bring it down just a little bit, so it's not quite so the background's just not quite so
prevalent.
That's right, thank you. So I've still got areas that I want. Now I will obviously tidy up the edges and all that sort of thing, but I don't need to do that while you're here. So look at the colours now, how autumnal, and it looks now like bark, doesn't it? That's
really
what
does.
the idea
that's
was.
What it sprang to mind. Yeah.
And the different colours, and when these, so for instance, you could imagine when the sun got at that in the forest or something, you know, you could really imagine that happening, couldn't you? Now, the other thing that we've got on the show is the texture paste. Now, this is the chrome texture paste. Now, it's Well, you'll see.
A little bit more grit in there,
It's
isn't
definitely.
there? Yeah.
In fact, I'm just going to hold it like so. There we go. Look at that. So you can see it's got that grit. It's got tiny little balls of it's like a granite type, little stones. So you're getting that fantastic finish. But what I want to do is I want to just add a little tiny bit, just here and there, of the texture. All right, can you see now it coming on through? So we're actually producing another level to the sand paste.
So when
We've
you
already got the sand paste on, but we're creating that little bit more.
So when you applied that to your glass and your ceramic vases,
yes,
you've just gone straight on with it.
I sponged it on.
Oh, you sponged it. So you've not primed it or anything to begin with.
No,
You're just straight onto the.
Oh no. Got time to mess like that. No, joking apart. No, you don't have to do. No, joking apart. But yeah, it is pretty amazing stuff actually. And it gives such a fantastic effect. Now, the other thing, of course, what I do need to point out, and I always like to do this because I know I would want to as well sometimes, is that if you make anything, you can sell, of course, because you are making the item. All right. Yeah. So these sort of effects that you do on this sort of project would actually be quite nice to sell if you are able to.
It's a beautiful project.
Yeah, that's right. So I'm just going to very, very, very quickly just dry that. It only takes seconds. It really does. But I don't want it to, sort of move around while I do the other stuff as well. There we go. There we are.
The chrome texture that comes in sets of 2 there. So you get 2 pots, just to reiterate that, $13.98. And Jo just used the yeast gold?
Yes, the yeast gold. Yeah. So it looks quite dark there, but if you wanted to, if you want to put a little bit, if you put, I'm not going to do it now because it's going to move that around. Again, yeah. If you wanted to, you could bring it down a little bit. But the thing is, I'm actually going to add different things to this. So what I want to do is I want to add a couple of leaves using. Now I've got that's the now then this one is
the white gold.
The white gold.
Yeah,
Let me just double check. Yes,
you get with the water green
because the other gold has gone, hasn't it?
Oh, sorry, the white gold comes with the powder puce. My mistake. White gold comes with the powder puce. The water green comes with the brock beige. That's what we've got left
now. Normally I would use a palette knife, but as you know, if you was watching this morning, you'll know that I haven't got it. I've no idea where it is. It's a mystery. So I'm just going to go through with my paintbrush, but we did prove this morning that actually it worked quite well.
How lovely that goes through a stencil.
Yeah. So we're just going to put it, you can see how beautiful and thick it is.
Can you put through a stencil again with your chrome textures as well?
Yes, you can. It's quite, obviously it's a lot thicker because it's a lot grittier. So if you've got a very, very fine stencil, you won't get the detail, but...
A bigger...
Yeah, so look at this.
Oh my word!
And
look
I'm
at
going to just...
Oh my word! That's amazing. And there's a real, I don't know if we can see that, and it's the rays of it, the depth,
Yeah. Oh, thank you, Marcus, that's lovely.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's smashing, isn't it? Isn't it nice? Do you like it?
If it's physically impossible, it's even more beautiful in here in the studio.
I know.
Sorry, everybody.
Yeah,
but that's the truth.
It is true, isn't it? It's I think when you actually get it home and realise, excuse my hand for a second, when you realise just how thick it's the thickness of it, it's just tremendous.
I'm a bit envious of all the fun everybody's going to have with these. You are going to love these pots of gorgeousness.
You are. Let me just make sure I get, there we go, just brushing. Actually, do you know, working with this very wide brush, it actually is working rather well. There we go, it's another beauty. Right, so one more, we're going to pop one here, so I'm just going to be very careful about holding that there and just pop in. Like I say, I'm sorry my hand's in the way, but it's a bit of a awkward moment. Just 1 second.
And then we just clean our stencils in water because you said
Yeah,
it's all water-based, didn't you?
yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to leave that as it is because I'm quite happy with that. Now,
into the pot.
look, I want to show you how thick it is.
Yeah.
Like it's quite a long brush, so I'm not quite.
Well, it's quite heavy.
But do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah.
How it's just tremendous, isn't it?
Substantial.
Yeah, I can't wash that because it's just got. I don't want to waste what's on it. It's terrible. How terrible is that? Right, now I want to show you something that I did.
Yeah.
And when I was just warming, and I thought, oh, I wonder if it will bubble. Well, it did, but oh, it was really nice. So I'm going to just show you. So I'm going to just bring that here.
Oh yes. I'm looking at the finished sample here, but this is.
Yeah, can you see?
Yeah.
Can you see how it bubbles?
Well, we're going to see you do it now.
And I thought, you know, I really like that. If I just basically wafted my heat gun around or used a hairdryer, it would actually just dry as it is, very naturally and really lovely. But I really liked what it did when we gave it intense heat. Because look at this. Just
bubbling up now,
and you're not hurt. You know, it's not dangerous. It's not. You won't. It's not doing anything that you don't be afraid of. Do you know what I mean? Look at this, isn't it just gorgeous? That will pop in a minute. Right, I'm going to leave that as it is, and I'll turn it round and show you this one. More of a oak leafy, is it an oak? No, maybe not. Chestnut, horse chestnut tree, maybe this one, leaf, the leaf of that one. Right, so just do this one and then we'll leave the other one just to naturally dry. But the intensity, this is what I couldn't get over. And it's still leaving that fantastic, you know, all the marks in the stencil, you can see there.
The veins in the leaf. I mean, that's quite incredible, isn't it?
Yeah. Just a quick waft on this one so that we're not taking too long. But it gives amazing. Well, once you've warmed it through, it really does give such a lovely finish to it.
Shine's immense.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know, that's quite interesting. I'm pleased you mentioned that because, you know, sometimes if you've got a metallic paste, sometimes if you overheat it, you can lose that.
Gets a bit dull.
Yeah, it's like your embossing powder. If you do that with embossing powder, it can. But obviously it hasn't here, has it?
No, not the slightest.
No, not at all. So I'm just going to pop that just to one side because I'm going to bring in these leaves. Now I have actually done them to a certain point, but I'm going to do one on its again just to show you. I put far too much out there. That's annoying. That was my own fault. So what I'm going to do is, sorry, I'm just going to take that and put it back in.
Waste all this
no, it's just criminal. There we go. So I put
the oil green again. Is that metallic?
Yeah. You really, it just goes so far. So you can see straight onto MDF, no priming, no gessoing, no messing, and you're getting that stunning true colour onto there. Okay.
Oil green, that one.
Yep, it is. So you've got, and then we're going to have a tiny bit of the.
This is the metallic paint. So the oil green comes with your white, your red, and your classic gold.
Yep. So this one is the antique gold.
So that's with your burgundy, silver, and your plum.
Yep. So just if we just tip that around the edge like this.
Plum, yeah.
Okay, and I'm also going to include a little bit of this on here because I didn't earlier when I did my. Now what I've done on the leaves, if you wanted to, I've actually used the burgundy. Was it the burgundy? Let's have a little look.
You've got plum, and then you've got antique plum. You see.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you just use the plum, I say just.
I used the plum.
Stunning.
I used the plum. And I mixed it with I've got a little bit of copper on there as well, so it was really super autumnal colours, you know.
Gorgeous, Jo.
So So
you get
then,
four for $15.96.
You do. They're tremendous price. Tremendous.
Yeah,
honestly.
Great value.
You know, when I say that they're great value and they're tremendous, you know.
You're going to enjoy these, yeah. We know.
It's like,
we know, you know, we
now,
know.
the other thing that I did with them was, and this was this morning, in fact, I'm just going to show you now. I know this is red, but if we just grab this sample in, this is was just on the side there. You can see the other thing that I thought was fantastic to use them for was actually colouring cardstock up. And so we made this morning. I finished it off in my break, and you can see here this is actually also one of the colours that I used to make one of my samples with, and it was just left over. This one was, so I just thought I'd bring that in just to show you.
Beautiful.
But here's the poinsettias that I cut them away from. So you can see the colour is fantastic, and all I did was literally take some out the top and just paint a piece of black card, stamped onto it, cut them out. So you know, the intensity is so good. Right, so I know that you're going to be chafing at me because I'm having to wipe that away, but that's purely for time's sake. I'm sorry, there was only a little bit, I can assure you. Right, so what I want to do is I want to just give this a quick blast.
While you're drying, can I give a quick update, Jo?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, the titanium paste, we've got paste, I should say, water green and the baroque beige, and then the powder puce and the white gold. The powder puce and the white gold is now limited stock. So that's these beautiful partnership here. Let me turn those colours around for you. That's now limited. So quick as you can, don't forget to check out your baskets, because once it's gone, it's gone. We've already lost the turquoise there. That's already gone there, that pairing. So that is now limited. They are every bit as gorgeous as we're describing. We've still got these two beauties here, water green and your baroque beige. Just let me turn that around for you as well. Just gorgeous there. And I love the idea of putting them in with the water and spritzing them. I love that. If I couldn't get the turquoise, I love that. It's like a gold, it says green, but it's sort of a bluey green, isn't it? Just beautiful. They wouldn't let me open these because I made too much of a fuss of the turquoise, so unfortunately I can't show you in there, but Jo's got them on the desk next to her. You know what I'll be sticking the brushes in there. She's never going back again. So please don't miss out. 12.98 106 802. Now the paints that we mentioned, let me just quickly show you those sets, and they look amazing on the white. So if you're using your white card, your white paper, as Jo said, and then stamping or die cutting out. So this is the first set, and this comprises of your antique gold, your burgundy, your antique silver, and your antique plum. And these are 70 milliliter pots. So just trying to show you that intense metallic sheen that Jo and I have been waxing lyrical about, because sometimes you lose that when it's on the white, but it's just as intense. There's that antique plum. That's one set. If we move across then, this is the one with our oil green in it. Now look at that red. Oh, gee, that's Christmassy red, isn't it? Then you've got that lovely ice white, oil green there, sort of racing car green, and then the classic gold. Beautiful. And last but not least, our plum. This is the colour that Jo actually coloured the MDF in to begin with. This is the most popular, silver, antique turquoise. Whoa. And then the copper. Oh, that's the most popular now. That set, half the stock's gone, 1596 644 461. The beautiful glitter pots. I mean, they are intense. You know, sometimes when you get that gel and then you split, and then all the glitter sort of spreads out, and you're thinking, oh, it's not as glittery as it looks. This is immense. You've got them in sets of three, pots of three, and we've got bronze, silver, and antique gold. Oh, look at that. You can see the glitter. You can see how glittery that is from afar. Amazing. That's the bronze, silver, antique gold. There's the black, the fuchsia, the turquoise again. So intense, isn't it? And then you've got real Christmassy pink, green, and red there. And that was just with the glitter paint over that. Isn't that beautiful, that MDF tag there? That gorgeous, just that little bit of glitter paint just sort of distresses there with the crackle, but yeah, you can paste through that as well. Beautiful. Don't forget your concrete paste as well. 2 concrete effect pastes, as Jo said, you know, you can put it in your moulds, just give it a good 24 hours to dry. You know, the leaf there as well. That's the dinosaur egg. It's got the foil in it there. Materials, I mean, that's just like a bit of Hessian that's now, yeah, isn't that gorgeous? Amazing. incredible. And then the dinosaur egg then over a balloon, as Joe said, and then we've got the foil sheets on the show and the foil glue, and then that's just using your paints there as well. And gorgeous. So that you're buying that anyway on the web. You find that on the web, 619-747, £11.98. The chrome texture as well we've got on the show. So this, if I show you this one here, if you look here, you can see it's just a little bit more gritty. This is what Joe's been using as well on the canvas. Just a little bit more grit is the only way I can explain it in terms of texture. So she's got 3 colours on there. Isn't that beautiful? That's straight onto the glass, straight onto glass. And we've got it here on vases and jam jars, all sorts. Isn't that beautiful? So that's that little bit more of texture. So they come in sets of 2. So I'll take you through the colours there, colourways. So honey foam and my white gold, to show you those colours there. Then we've got, pure gold and yeast gold, and then granite and silver. Oh, these are gorgeous as well. You're going to love these big pots. $13.98, 248-815. Shop by brand on the website. Don't forget they got that gold foil, silver foil as well, and the glue that Joe's used in the dinosaur eggs there. But let's web, you can just go to the web and have a look for Rich. Yeah, the website there. You might have some of that chalk paint Joe was talking about. Oh, there's that foil glue. I must ask Joe about that. Yeah, I've not seen the foil glue before. It's amazing. Lovely smoothness came out on those inside there. Chalk paints, there's the foils. Yeah, got the chalk paint there. Crackle mediums there as well. 2 big pots there, 250ml there as well. And there's that vintage texture paste as well. Lovely, lovely. Right, Joe, sorry for all the waffle, and back to you, my darling.
It's what you have to do.
It is.
Now, so what I've done is I've, because you know what I'm like about foraging, I've got some sticks, and I thought they look quite nice on there, so I've stuck them on there.
Yeah.
So, and I want to just bring in a little bit more of the texture. I'm going to just use this brush because it's a little bit firmer than that one. Right, so I'm not going to put too much on because I want to keep the sticks from showing, but I just want to add a little bit of texture. Now these are slightly moving around it because they're not quite dry.
What did you stick them on with, Joe?
Yeah, I've actually stuck them on with a silicone, but you can just use you know, your glue gun, but I wasn't sure how much battery I'd got in my, how much charge I'd got left, so I'm saving it for in a second. Now, can you see what I'm doing? I'm taking a little bit of it, look, and then just wiping it, and then moving it over the branches, because I don't want it on all of them. I don't want to cover the whole branches,
no, just
but I want to give it some
smattering,
so if you just sort of tap it on as such, you're giving it that lots of nice texture. Oh, that looks really nice on camera, doesn't it?
It looks gorgeous.
Ooh. Wow. You see, it's product, you see. Can't go wrong, can we? Now, you know we was talking about the glue. Right, can I just 2 seconds just slightly diversify from this just to tell you about the glue? Is that being really naughty? I tell you why.
Please do. No, because I'm fascinated by
right, I tell you why, because I need a few minutes for this to dry before I can do anything with it. Because I wasn't sure whether we. So I'm going to come back to this. I'm sorry to just move slightly. You do beg your pardon upstairs.
Because you get 2 big pots of it for $9.99, don't you?
Yes, and it really is superb.
Yeah.
Now I've got you can see I'm using so I've got the antique plum.
Yeah.
And
metallic paints.
yeah, this is the metallic antique plum.
Ooh.
Just on here. So what I want to do, just cover in these baubles. These are actually the that's Crafty baubles. So we've got these. You can see lots of our lovely team have actually used these. So I just need to give this a 2-second blast, and then
I'll update the titanium paste, Joe. The powder fuse and the white gold's now gone. Right. So we are loving it.
Do you know,
once it's gone, it's gone.
I'll be surprised if people hadn't have loved it. I would have worried because
this is what's left.
I'm not getting it over properly.
Sorry, That's gone. I'm confusing everybody. That one's gone. That's what's left. That's good news. That's good news. We've still got some left. These beautiful colours. The Brock beige and the water green.
Lovely.
Sorry,
so, no. Now, so that's the, obviously I've put the paint on, and then what I'm going to do, this is very runny, okay.
Yeah.
So what you do, just tip a tiny bit, and I mean drops. I'm talking dribbles. So 2 pots of this is going to last you absolutely ages. This is just a very, very quick idea. Obviously you can do so much with this. I'm just popping it around the edge of this bauble, and then I'm going to leave it. Now it does say 15 minutes. Now this won't take 15 minutes because I'm putting it on very slight, so it's quite thin. You don't put it on heavy anyway, and you generally put it on with a brush, but I was quite happy just to do it like this because I think it gives it that uneven idea, which is what I want. Now we're going to put this to one side now, because what it needs to do, it needs to dry, and when it dries, it actually dries to a sticky consistency. Right, so I'm just going to put that to one side, and I'm just going to go then back to what I was doing. That's okay. Now I've got the leaves. Now, so these are absolutely, I love them, absolutely gorgeous. You can see there you've got that, all the colours that we've used, the green, the coppers, the golds. And then what I want to do is I want to add a little bit of copper, of the glitter. Now, I think people are often under the illusion that glitter is just literally for Christmas. I do, but I actually don't agree. I'm going to put a tiny bit of this down. I think it's really lovely to just add light coming into a project, you know?
Yeah.
I don't mean, I'm not going to start being fancy and knowing where light comes from, because I'm not that clever. But what I mean, well I do, it actually comes from the sky or the light bulbs.
You mean in terms of direction,
you know what I mean, all that jazz with you know, really intelligent people that are really clever in painting and things. But what I mean is, if you put, you can see now, look, isn't that just gorgeous?
Absolutely.
And all I've done is just patted it. I've just patted it. You see, you can see. So just take it a little bit more, and then you shouldn't really do that because that's a bit naughty. But this pot is mine, so it's not like it's going to be somebody else's. But just a little bit wherever you want it. You don't have to cover the whole thing. Just include a little bit onto these leaves. It makes them really pop.
A little bit of magic, isn't it?
It is.
Oh, yeah,
it is.
For all you.
Yeah, but it also looks like that you've got that light coming onto them.
It, yeah.
Remember this. The potential for this to be hung on the wall, if you're going to give it as a gift or make it for somebody. But it also, not that the paint actually needed it at all, but it just brings out that lovely, really beautiful paint as well, doesn't it?
We've got about 10 minutes, James.
Right, okay, no problem at all. Now,
don't forget your bauble.
So, oh no, that's okay for a second. I'll just leave that just for another second. Now let me just double check to make sure I've got some battery. If not, I shall. Oh, I think I might have. Oh, that's makes a change. Right, so tell you, I've got some little bits as well that I want to just pop on, just to give it a little bit of interest as well. Yeah, I think we might be good to go. Here we go. Oh, perhaps not. I think I've overused it this morning. Right, not a problem. Let me just pop a little bit of this on to show you what we're going to do. So I want to just hang that over the edge. My normal That's Crafty glue really wouldn't, it's amazing as you well know, but we do need this to actually stand nice and firm onto the sticks. Yeah. So you need something that's a little bit, you know, it gives a little bit more pressure, yeah, a little bit more height. Just going to put these on here. These are just, as you know, just from foraging around. Just add in a bit here, a bit there. I mean, this is obviously a quick version of the original one, but it gives you the idea of how we got to it. I'm popping that in there, and I've got some acorns as well. Lovely. These are courtesy from my mum. Ah. Yeah, we get her to do all the acorn picking in her garden. So, yeah,
They're big acorns at the moment. I was watching a programme the other day.
Yeah, because see, we have Woodall Spa, which is just literally a few miles up the road from us, and it's the most beautiful, well, it's sort of a big village really, and the trees at the moment are just amazing. They really
sumptuous,
are. Yeah, they are. They are. Now, the other thing that you can do, and I'm going to show you now. Now, this is not everybody's cup of tea, and it's fair enough if you don't want to do it. But what we can do is we can also water the paste down. So I'm just going to put that to one side. I'm going to put that on my board there so that you can see, and give that a little bit of a spray. So what we can do is, I mean, I've watered it down quite significantly because I want to just do some gold splatters on there. Do a little tiny bit more. I'm going to do in the tub because I don't want to put the water. I wouldn't suggest you put water in any of your products like this if you're going to put a seal on them.
You said if you put it in the spritzer bottle if you want to spritz with it.
Yes, yeah. Now, what Rachel did is she said she put the tiniest bit in a spritzer bottle. But now, this is where I get myself covered. Now, what this will do is, it looks milky at the moment, but when it actually dries, it will be very, very twinkly. So I'm just doing that onto the leaves, and we've got that lovely mess going on now on my table. This is what I look like at home. Right, so I'm just going to leave that to settle because I think we're sorted with that. But I've got time to do this.
Yeah, 6 minutes.
Right. Oh yeah, loads of time. So should I recap on this one before I go on to this one? I think I will. So I've used the paint. So obviously on the backgrounds I've used the paints, different ones. If you want to bring it back down a little bit, not quite so vibrant, use a little bit of your chalk paint just to go over the top. Okay, and then we've used obviously the titanium paste, and I actually on this particular one I used the gold, the white gold.
I think we've had a couple bounce back. Joe, so if there's anybody, we might have a couple of those still available because people have got to check out the basket. So
well,
do double check.
Quick, nip in there. Right, so that's what I've done, and I heated that so it made it a little bit more, even more textured. And paint on the leaves, MDF, and then of course we did a little bit of glitter as well. So hopefully it looks. We've got that.
Hopefully, it's absolutely stunning,
Joe. It looks all right, doesn't it?
It looks amazing.
It does the job. Right. So now what we did here was we painted the bauble, as you could see, and then this. Look.
Oh yeah, that's really tacky. Yeah.
It's really tacky now.
The tiniest amount.
So it was honestly
they give you so much. They're almost doing themselves a disservice. It's going to last along.
They have
so
actually.
Long,
yes, they have. To be quite frank. In fact, this morning I did mention if you've got a friend that you think that would like it, one.
Buy one and gift one. Or split it between you. It's not a great cost anyway. It's $9.99 for the 2 pots.
Well, it's actually not, is it? Now the sheets, you do get 25. Of these sheets, which is a tremendous value for money. So what you will do is, so
we get both of that for $11.99.
You get
silver and the gold.
Get your gold and the silver.
Wow.
So 50 sheets in total, which is again superb value for money. It really is. Now I'm just popping it on like this. I'm taking a little bit. Oh, the aircon now. Yeah.
So,
I'm trying to hold on to it. There we go.
There we go. Bless you.
It's okay, Ben. Don't worry. Honestly, I can manage.
You need a little container to put the bits in.
Yeah, I'll get. What I do is I save the bits. There we go. So now the other thing that we can do is, of course, we can sponge onto things.
Okay.
So we could also sponge onto.
Quickly container.
Yeah, I've got it. Here we go.
There we go.
I've got a little tub here. If I want to, I'm not going to because I know we haven't got time.
Yeah.
But what I could do is, I could actually, I know it's textured and I think that would look terrific. So if you just ran over with a sponge very lightly with the glue, left it to dry, left it for the amount of time, and then pop it on. Then I think that would really make a super result. So The reason for the liquid rather than the actual thicker three-dimensional glue that we've had on the show from Rich before is that this can go basically anywhere.
Right.
You know, with regards to the more of the paste, the three-dimensional paste that we had, which is amazing. It is tremendous, but it you know, you can't, you're a little bit more restricted on some projects that you want to do. Just looking for a clean brush, and that's like asking for a dodo. Right, so
Probably got about 2.5 minutes.
Right,
Jo.
so what I'll do is I'll just use this sponge.
Anybody got a dodo?
Nope, I don't think we have. Right, so I'm just going to move that. Just take off the excess, and look, that's just the quickest demo you ever did see. But it's just around the edge. Obviously, I could have done all of it. I could have done little bits of it. I could have done it mottled. I could have done it in, if I wanted to, I could even do stripes by putting masking tape down. So there's lots and lots of ways that we can do that. So yeah, it was just a very simple demonstration, but to show you the effect of it and to show you how great this is, I'm going to just rescue that.
Save it, save it.
Yeah, so 25 sheets in each packet.
Amazing. Please don't forget to check out your baskets. $9.99, 357 764. You get 50 sheets in total. Now, don't forget a couple of those titanium relief pastes did bob back in because people maybe changed their minds, but so it's well worth having a little look if you missed out on the turquoise. We've definitely still got the water green and the baroque beige, these two colours. Let me just hold them, it's easier. So if you're after any of the others, do have a little check, have a look-see, because that's what happens if you don't check out your baskets. It's 15 minutes, then it bounces back in and is available. You can see they are big pots. So get it while you can. Obviously, once it's gone. As with all the products, great value, tremendous quality. Jo, when are you back with us, my darling?
I'm actually back on Sunday for 1 hour at 10 o'clock with Hobby Gross, which is the Denmark, the Danish company, with some very lovely dies. It's second outing that I've had with them, and that super little company. So on Sunday,
I might be with you, darling. Yeah,
I've got a busy week next week. I'm here a lot, so sorry.
Fantastic. For 1 hour and 1 hour only on Sunday.
1 hour on
10
Sunday.
o'clock. Yes, I think I might be with you. I look forward to it. I've thoroughly enjoyed this hour. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
Don't forget to check out your baskets, and if you want to watch the 7 o'clock show on Rewind, that's when Jo was with us. The water green option now is limited, so yeah, those pastes are amazing, as are the glitters, as is the concrete paste, as is the chrome texture paste. You're just going to enjoy that quality, and don't forget that lovely gold leaf with that glue. Gift one, because it's going to last a long time. Have a little look on the website. You can look under Rich. We'll see Jo on Sunday at 10 o'clock. Chalk paints are on there as well. Love this company, love their value for money.
Yes, I do.
Love the quality.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I've had fun just watching. I had fun just stirring the pot, quite frankly. Let's see what else is coming up here today on Hochanda. Thanks, Jo. Oh, you'd just hear more noises from me if I was doing this hour. It's Hayley with our lovely Natasha and the Kate Fassett. Then we've got Mixed Media Friday with Yanis, and then Infusible Ink with Emma and myself and Cricut.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils, the Craft Station Limited. We're a craft retailer and we specialise in stainless steel stencils. Our stencils are manufactured in metal. This allows us to have designs that are intricate. We also have new products coming on board, our craft bonds, our pole drops, and our acrylic paints are joining us. We've recently joined Hochanda and we're really excited. This allows us to demonstrate and show our products. We know customers like seeing the demonstrations, so make sure you tune in and don't miss the Sweet Poppy shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Nikki Hassan. I've been working with Heartfelt Creations for about 9 years now. Heartfelt Creations as a company launched the company back in 1994. They have been in the industry for a very, very long time. They are crafters, so they know what you crafters want, and they listen to us crafters too. Their products range from stamps that coordinate with dies that then coordinate with a paper pad. But then we also have storage folders, we have decorative dies, we have colouring daubers, we have Insta albums. One of the products that really make Heartfelt unique are their flower shaping moulds, where you can make easy, quick, three-dimensional flowers, which are absolutely stunning. So I hope you can join Heartfelt Creations here on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Claritystamp here in the UK. Teamwork makes the dream work, and at Clarity we are designers and manufacturers of, dare I say, beautiful, top quality and award-winning craft products. We are home to the very first, the original transparent art stamp. We hand make them here in Kent, and our talented illustrators are always coming up with new original concepts and wonderful artwork. In addition, we design and manufacture top quality stencils and masks. In fact, we also make precision cut reusable masks for our stamps. Since January 2017, we are also the new owners of Pergamano International, bringing together a wonderful blend of old and new parchment art. We are so fortunate to be able to showcase our newest and best products here on Hochanda, and to be able to demonstrate our art ideas to you, our Hochanda friends. So if you would like to learn more about Clarity stamping, stencil work, parchment art, both groovy and traditional, please join us, myself and the Clarity team, here on Hochanda for ideas and inspiration.
Hello there and welcome back. Well, it's midday, so it's another fresh look at our one-day special. We did have 4 options of our one-day special, but you may well have heard that Ice and Fire down at the bottom over there, that one has now sold out as an individual option. However, it is available in the bigger bundle, which is giving you all of those original one-day specials, but that is rapidly approaching limited stock. Now, I don't want to scare anybody, but this is the penultimate hour. So people are making decisions now, and I know we've not got a huge quantity of the complete bundle. So if you did miss out on the Ice and Fire and you're thinking, do you know what, I've been sitting on the fence about going for the complete bundle, I think this could potentially be the hour that you're going to need to make your decision. Don't forget, everything is on 2 weeks delay, so we're looking at the 12th of November with regards to these, but they are absolutely gorgeous fabrics. As you can see here, an array of colours. Now we've got the details on the screen for the complete bundle, because to be honest, this is the way most of you have been going for them, but is rapidly approaching limited stock. Yeah, there's a lot of urgency around this hour. So if you're wanting these, get them into your baskets, as I introduced the lovely Natasha. Natasha, everybody's been embracing these fabrics.
Oh, they have, and with good reason. They are absolutely stunning. Kay Fassett, Brandon Mabley and Philip Jacobs have done it again. They have created a wealth of colour. It's just happy fabrics.
Yeah.
So they make your soul sing, and they're just really beautiful, lovely to use, fabulous quality, and a pleasure to work with and to have in your life, however you decide to use them.
Definitely, and there's so many different ways you can use these. I mean, we've seen loads of demonstrations from Natasha over all of the live shows, so go back and watch those. Got quilts that have been created using fabulous fabrics like these. You could use them on clothing, a whole host of different areas. We'll mention we are looking at 40 American-sized fat quarters within that complete bundle, but have a look at these. Now, these fabrics coming together in this amazing cushion. I love this design here. Those fabulous octopus tentacles, I think they are, aren't they?
They are tentacles, yeah.
Looks amazing. I love this.
Yeah, so the cushion was a little bit of an extravagance, and if you're looking at it and thinking, gosh, you know, it's very Kaffe.
Yes.
But if you're after knowing what this probably shows the design more clearly.
Okay.
So if you wanted to just use one or two of your fat quarters and then mix it with a plain, this is actually the design.
Right.
We just got carried away and went all out Kaffe. And I love it. I absolutely love it. It's ridiculously over the top, and I utterly adore it. And yeah, that it makes me smile every time I see it.
And I'm not surprised. I mean, that looks amazing. If you've got a plain chair, then the cushion says it all, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It becomes a feature. But if you're putting it on your sofa, maybe you just want that lovely star, the arrow star, to be the feature of it. This is where you get to be a designer in your own right. But you get the templates with that. You get full instructions how to make it into the cushion as well. With all of the edging and everything else, all the sashing, it's all in there. Very comprehensive instructions from the lovely Jane Alcock, who works with me at Natasha Makes.
Lovely, there you go. Now, if you fancy getting hold of the pattern for that cushion or any of Natasha's patterns, there's loads of them. Do check them out on the website. It's Pick a Mix at the bottom of your screen where you can get hold of those. 2 of them for $11.99, but let me show you these gorgeous fabrics. Now, we've got them in bundles of 10 because, of course, you have got your one-day special where you're going to get your 10 pieces. Details are at the bottom of the screen, but don't forget you've only got 3 of those options available. So when I come to the 4th one down there, you ain't going to be able to get it that way. So the complete details are up on the screen. And this is a beautiful way for you to get hold of them, because what you will find was when you go for different elements, you will see that there's crossovers of patterns. So Sun and Earth, this is the first one here, where you've got lots of kind of green tones, some beautiful fabrics coming through. The melons, you'll see the melons repeated throughout the one-day specials in different colourways. Also the Millefleur, Millefleur.
It's all right, I mean, it's fine.
Yeah. By the time I get to the end of the day, I might be able to say it properly. But the Millefleur, I'm not going to bother. That one. With the gorgeous mandalas on there. There you go, I'm going to stick with mandalas. Then you've got your fabulous spots. Incidentally, some of these, including these ones with the spots, we have got these available as half-metre pick and mixes as well. Again, we've sold out of a lot of those, but if you do want larger pieces, some of those we do have. There's only about 3 options left now. Gorgeous kind of pebble style here. Absolutely amazing. And these are the gorgeous fabrics. Love these prints. And then there's your octopus there as well.
It's fun. So Brandon Mabley, who's part of the trio that makes up the Kaffe Fassett Collective, has a wicked sense of humour, and those things like the octopus are his design. The animal, the animal print, that's another one of his. The flower dot next to it, just they're fun, and it's his personality down to a T. Fun and irrepressible. That's Philip Jacobs. Again, anytime you see something botanical, it will generally have come, if it's in that much detail, it's generally come from Philip's side of things. And Kaffe just has a variety that he does. So the Millefleur is his.
Beautiful,
yeah, and the lotus is his. There's all sorts in there, and the polka dots as well. He didn't want to do polka dots. He really didn't. And then someone said, well, why don't you do dots? And he thought about it, and he thought, well, why don't I do dots?
I like the size.
And then the colours, of course, that he starts to put together in the dots are fabulous. And I think they just look fabulous. And team them maybe with one of, I've made that match as well with things.
Beautiful.
And it's just gorgeous. That one, I really love the Pacific one.
Gorgeous. Oops, I keep doing that. I'm going to put that right before Molly lynches me. Now, if you do want to get hold of this one is your Sun and Earth option. As I say, we have got 3 options in total to share with you with regards to the one-day special. Next one that we've got over there is your Tropical Seas. Now, you will notice with these, we have got some kind of replications of the design. There you go, again, the mandala.
She's wrecking it, Molly.
I'm gorgeous, man.
She said, Molly's come to have a look. She's worried now. Her beautiful work.
I've come out in a bit of a sweat now, but there you go. See, again, there, you've seen that gorgeous mandala there featuring again. And this is what you'll find. You will find these repetitive elements that come across. So, of course, you can cross-pollinate. Again, those gorgeous dahlias there. Aren't they beautiful? Some of these gorgeous diamond stripes, we had these as half-metre pieces. They sold out within minutes when we launched the one-day special. And again, the octopus there featuring again those funky pinks there. Beautiful. And again, there you've got the fabulous tiddlywinks as well. That's another one that was very popular in the half-metre pieces.
That is the only one that's got the agate in it. And can we have a moment to just appreciate the richness of that agate?
That's that particular one there, isn't it? Yeah.
Just exquisite.
Absolutely
really, really
gorgeous.
beautiful. But look at it next to the indigo spot.
Yes.
Oh,
perfect.
Just adorable.
Absolutely gorgeous. So if you want that one is your tropical seas. Over 80% of the stock has gone of that. Now, we're not going to drop down, because if we drop down, we can't show you those. Ice and Fire is only available in the big bundle. We will have a look at that in a few moments, but we're going to have a look at the Moody Blues and the Monochromes, because these are still available as your one-day specials. Again, the octopus featuring there as well. Got a couple of those featuring in here. Really fun fabrics. And again, you've got a nice mix of different kind of colour tones within here. It's got a good selection within this one, actually.
Yeah, I think it is, and really, really fun ones, as well as some. I mean, look at that.
That is
just
gorgeous.
Beautiful. And again, I tried to mix it so that you had a bit of everything in there, both colour-wise, so that you've got sort of two collections of colours. So you've got your monochromes in there, and then you've got all those gorgeous pinks and blues going on in there, which I just absolutely love. And so it's sort of two collections in one.
I think that's brilliant value, because you can literally you can't see the divide between those, but they're all part of the same one-day special.
But you can mix in. I mean, why not take the animal in green?
Yes.
And mix it in. It just. Oh, it just works.
Fabulous. Now, of course, if you get the big bundle, then you could be mixing them in with that last one-day special that we did have available that has now gone. And this is a fabulous bundle, as you can see with this one. This is your Ice and Fire. And you're going to get... Look at the melons in the pink there. Love those. The dots, the tiddlywinks, they're all making an appearance again there. Again, you've got your octopus featuring within these. All of those designs coming to you within the complete bundle. To be honest, that's the way that most of you have been going for it. And we are still busy with this one. Now, 3 flexi-buy payments with regards to this one. That first flexi-buy is only about £8 more than you were thinking of getting the one-day special. So do make that consideration. You have got 3 payments, but the £5 saving on your screen, you might think, oh, that's a bit stingy. Well, let me explain, because with each of the one-day specials, you've got a £10 saving. So you're saving £40 overall there, but then you've got that extra £5 to say thank you for going for them all in one go. So that means you've got a £45 saving overall with a price of £124.96, but of course making it easier for you to go for these, to spread the payment over not 2 but 3 flexi-buy payments, which means that you're paying today just £41.65 as your first payment, along with your post and packing. Now, if you're a Freedom member, that means you will get, oh my goodness, 40 American-size fat quarters arriving on your doorstep for that first flexi-buy payment, because you won't have any additional post and packing. Do bear in mind, though, it's extended delivery, so we're just looking at the 12th of November, which isn't too long to wait, and definitely worth thinking about. And I bet you will have some of these potentially in your stash already, and sometimes you've got only little pieces left. Well, this will extend the usability of what you've got. Now, we are officially limited stock with regards to that big bundle. Pretty much knew it would happen. I'm surprised it happened so early in the hour, to be honest. Yeah, we're talking decision time, folks. So if you want to go for the complete bundle, please do not leave it till the final call hour at 4 o'clock, because you could potentially miss out on this altogether. Website is the place to go, though, because of course you'll find all the fabrics with all the different options there. You've got your half meters there. You've got your fabulous book there from Kaif as well. Inspiration from a lovely Natasha with her patterns. And do check out those extra wide fabrics that you've got there as well. They've been popular, and they are lovely to actually use on the back of your fabrics. I think we've only got about 3 options left now. Oh, 2. Is that all we've got left? 2. They are nice, though. Nice fabrics to go for, whether you use them on the back of your quilts or on the front. Absolutely incredible. So yeah, again, £18.99. You've got 2 metres, which is 142 centimetres wide, so a really good quilt width size with those ones. So of course that means you can back your quilt without any additional kind of joining. The green, this one, now these greens do feature a lot, mind you, they both do, to be honest, all those elements in there, but this one, yeah, very vulnerable. 80% of the stock has gone, yeah, and a lot of those have gone already. So yeah, it's busy hour. Pretty much thought it would be, and yeah, so this is decision hour in my book. So if you're wanting to go for the complete bundle, please pop it into your basket, but do make sure you're checking your basket out. I'm going to hand over to Natasha, because what we're making, Tash?
Oh, so I thought we'd have a quick look at the nesting tidies, which when we made them, they're just down by you, actually, Hayley, those 3 there. I've made these in various different forms.
I love the
on
spots.
the show. Yeah, and for me, the spots are unsung heroes, and I absolutely love them, and I just wanted to give you an idea of how I've used them, because they go so well with so many other things. I've used them in bag linings, I've used them as standalone items, but the colour palette on them is really beautiful, and again you can mix them through so beautifully. So we were just going to make one of the sizes. The nesting tidy pattern gives you 3 different sizes, and they nest one inside the other, and then of course I use them all around the house. I've made them for the kids to try and get them to tidy up, and it works a treat, actually. Well, my daughter just puts stuff in and then takes them out and puts them in all over, but she loves them. So they've been a big hit in our house. So I thought, you know, let's come and share them with you and see what you think about them. So you've got the 3 different sizes. This is the medium size, I think I've got here, and you will need some sort of wadding, be it a bit of leftover wadding from where you've done a bit of a quilt, or if you want to use H640, which I've got here, then that's great. They've got, I don't know if you can